Joke, man. I'll get your ass out of here next week. Revoke your little membership. I'll revoke your little membership. Your little parents will pay for that. You know, I'll tell them what you did. You shit on the floor or something like that. Don't matter. All your ass is gonna be out of here.
Backhanded trades you do. I see it all.
You think you made these deals cut? I cut these deals before you were even born, man.
Like, you could actually make this so well. And, like, just, like, convert it how, like, 1,000,000 kidtropolis bucks equal, like, $1.
Yeah.
So all these kids want to do it, and it really comes out of, like, the parents' membership fee.
Yeah, so if, like, the more your kids generate in income, holy, because you know why? Because, like, that would become such a like, there'd be, like, families. You know, like, there's, like, the Kennedys, because they're all with presidents and shit like that. Like, that's how that shit would run. And people would be like, what family are you a part of? Oh, never mind. I don't want to talk. You can get married. Like, you can get married, make ties and shit like that in Kid Chop. Holy. You could run the whole world just off of that.
That shit would destroy the entire society of that humans have built. As we know.
Yeah, literally. Because imagine your kids are cutting deals for you for generations. For like your kids. You don't even know about this. You cut what deal?
You did what?
We have a joint venture right now with it's me, it's us,
me,
the
it's
Roswell, it's the Roswell family,
the McGuires,
And the Hiltons.
We have the state. That's the 3 bloodlines right now. If we keep it in there, 10 years from now, we are paying $5 less on the membership, Mom. I'm cutting deals for us, Mom.
and you want to marry Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
The Smiths and Kidtropolis, they're bums.
Yeah.
Bums.
Yeah.
They're the mafia. We don't talk to them.
Yeah.
They're a different type of family.
What do you mean you met somebody in the bank?
You're not a part of this family anymore. If you marry him and you leave in that Toyota, you don't fucking come back. That money's cut off from you. We don't know you in this family anymore.
You're not part of the deal.
It's like your sister. But he's cute. It doesn't matter if he's cute. Does he get money? Is he gonna take care? Is he gonna take care of you? Huh? What about Mom? What if Mom gets sick? What are you gonna do?
That bitch just got booties. That's it.
Huh? What do you think this is? You think I bought all this fucking wine? This place? You think I do this for fun? I work hard for this shit, man.
How many dollars I bought you?
I'm going outside for Popeye's candy. Come back to me when you make fucking sense.
You only come back with the kids that I choose. I choose those kids.
You were born in this family. I choose where you go in it, man. You lucky you married into this shit, man. I cut your shit off. The McGuires have been holding this bundle back, man. You guys are lucky you're holding by a fucking thread, man.
So, for those wondering what the fuck Malcom, if you if you ever went to Kidtropolis, you know, there's a venture in it for you. That's all I'm saying.
If you have some money.
It's a society. It's called Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, pretty much. At this point.
Yeah.
Fly City. That's what you call
Fly
it.
City.
I like that. Fly City.
Damn.
Home of the children.
Yeah.
Run by children, made by children.
made by adults, run by children, profited by adults.
Yeah.
This is the free way to, have child labor.
Exactly. But they wouldn't even be making anything. So we would own a fucking power plant. What are you making, bro?
That shit don't work, man. That shit's powering Kidtropolis, man. That shit's powering the whole fucking... If you don't show up to work, we won't have power. So, take it serious.
But really, everything they're doing is just Bitcoin mining.
Yeah, yes. That's what it should have
been. Are
been.
really generating energy to power the servers so that we can continue to make money on Doge.
On Doge, Bitcoin,
Ethereum.
all of it. That'd be so
I love it.
funny.
This is the best scam I think we've ever come up with.
Holy. All the computers are always typing into it. It's like,
Yeah.
you're crunching numbers. Yeah. Keep crunching
My
those
son
numbers.
owns the Bitcoin company. Yes.
But you know that it would be like an Inception thing because there'd be like another digital Bitcoin
Exactly.
inside of
Yeah.
Kidtropolis.
Kidtropolis Bitcoin, it'd be like Kidcoin. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
So,
And then somebody would have to make one. Holy shit.
I'm
It's
telling you,
getting
this
too
is why
deep,
you
bro.
can't. Sometimes you can't delve down the rabbit hole. It doesn't end.
It would never end.
There's no end.
You could
literally-
just
you
like,
just made
no.
a whole new civilization or society in the society that is already coexisting.
Exactly.
And then now that society is powering itself, and it doesn't mean shit.
It might as well just be a nation at that point.
I mean, Kid Nation.
And then what happens? And then what? You got like what if
And then
you have
you
two
have to
or
buy a plot of land off the coast.
yeah,
of
or like you
Florida.
have 2 or 3 of these in different countries. All of a sudden, oh, okay, now you got to communicate. You got to
Yeah.
make trades. You know what I mean? Now you got to.
Oh,
where's the
yeah.
import export
now we
guy?
got importing.
Import
There's
exporting.
globalization.
Damn, they
Yeah.
got cruise ships.
Yeah,
Big
ex-
cruise.
It should honestly be a
Yo.
part of your schooling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can go to a different university if your family's. You know what I mean? Holy.
Damn.
We want to extend the
We are
age.
trying to extend and stretch
Yeah.
classism out as far and as wide as we possibly can.
Because then you could like, that's the thing. Because then you could just throw a little bone in there or something like, be like, this is only a socialist society, so you have to abide by certain rules as
Yeah.
kids. So
Yeah,
these are the structures. So he's the leader, and he makes all the final decisions, and you have no say. And then you could just kind of like start to do little things,
Start
or, like
fucking with the-
like
You start changing the democratic systems that are happening.
Added a little
First it's-
virus.
yeah,
in
it's-
there.
yeah,
Coronavirus,
exactly.
it's like God. Now we're just playing God. This is Sim City at this point now.
exactly throw a little wrench in there every once in a while. And you'd be like,
That's what happened. That's exactly how we started. An alien was sitting there. It was like, let me. This motherfucker right here. Little monkey. Oh look, he made fire.
Yeah.
Oh look.
mm.
Oh shit. Oh
Mm.
oh
Yeah,
thunder.
they
Oh
rode the
shit.
cliff.
What if we built pyramids and we showed them how to do it?
That
So-
should fuck them up for
Yeah,
sex.
exactly.
They should.
We gotta set them back.
Yeah.
We gotta set them back. Hold up. Build a pyramid. That shit don't make sense.
Quick.
Hold on.
Put some Nazca lines. Put some lines in there. Yeah.
Control
Draw a
Alt-
little picture. How they gonna do that? Yeah.
Control,
Don't make
Alt,
sense.
Delete, restore the RAM. Let's start over.
Yeah.
They start carving things into the wall. I don't care what it looks like. Just
Yeah.
fucking throw them off the trail.
Yeah.
Throw them off the stand.
Was it you who was telling me that the pyramids were already there? We found them.
Yeah. They're just they're so predated beyond when humans were said to first have been around. And if you look at the history of the pyramids and you look into it, not a single like mummy or like dead pharaoh, anything has been pulled out of an actual pyramid.
Oh.
So a lot of people think they were like tombs for them. But
See, what I also thought was interesting too is
But
because
really,
like,
they were canvases for everybody to live while the spaceships fly around.
Jesus.
yeah.
Yo, I'm sorry, but do you know what this is called?
No.
Banana split.
I'm gonna say a lamp lighter. Does that mean anything to anybody here?
Lamp
A
lighter.
show? I'm thinking of a show now, but yeah.
Like what show?
The Boys.
You know,
Lamp
you know,
later.
like
I don't know
Lamplighter?
lamp later.
You remember
Sounds like a weak
do
superpower.
you remember in the Boys, the guy who
He had flames.
he had flames?
I was
he
gonna
killed,
say I think he had fire.
He killed
He killed
that
the...
that
yeah.
old woman's grandkids, and the French guy was supposed to be following him.
Oh yeah.
Lamplighter.
Yeah. Lamp later. Wow.
And then he killed himself.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
alert. Sorry, did you
I
watch
have
it?
no clue what you guys are referring to.
Bro,
at
watch
all.
The Boys,
You ever
bro.
watched The Boys?
No, I don't
No.
think I watched
Goddamn.
that.
Prime Video, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the
The
fuck
boy.
is he referring
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's a good show.
Oh, okay.
Definitely think
Good
it's
show.
one of the best on
Best
Amazon Prime.
superhero show I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Other than Invincible.
What
Yeah,
do you
Lamp
think is
Invisible.
your number one show?
Oh.
I
Well,
don't know, man. I've only seen like 6, so.
Yeah.
I've only watched
no,
like 3
the
of them.
Boys is actually up there. Like, I think it's genuinely, as a show, honestly, I'd say it's probably my top right now. I think it's a really good show that's come out as of late. I've been watching Yellowstone a little bit. Gets fucking boring for me, but
That
pretty
man-
good still.
That
Yeah,
shit
that's a
was-
country one.
Yeah,
right?
that shit just seems like it was like cutting like regular shit. you
Yeah,
know
I
what
saw the
mean?
preview. I'm like, I don't think I'd like
I was
it.
like, I probably seen something similar to
What
it.
is that?
It's basically, it's like, I don't know, they basically just made cowboys versus Indians.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought it looks kind of like from the previews I saw. It looked like it was like a Kill Bill, like a country
Really?
version of Kill
Yeah,
Bill. That's what it kind of
kinda.
feels like.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
very
Wicked.
It's very like political. It's a good show. Like, it's written pretty well. Kind of, they write it in a weird way where every single scene, for some reason, they have to have like a. There's always that token like I'm like a really cool character moment.
Yeah.
Every single character has to have it in every single scene. All of them are just saying these weird ass lines that are like F you, this and that, and it's like every single fucking scene.
Yeah, it's a country.
It's so tired out, so played out. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it's a country
Yeah.
show.
I don't know. It's like Avengers. The
Country
shit that
people
they-
That's the last time you gonna say that to me, Bill.
Country people love hard hitting lines.
Yeah.
They do.
It's actually less country than you would think. It's not as stereotypical country, which is good. The characters are pretty decent, but yeah, it's just not.
You know, that little
I
twang
don't
to the
like
way they
it enough
talk.
to watch it.
Yellowstone, where's
Got a
that?
little twang to the way they talk.
I think like is
Yellowstone
Yellowstone's like
National-
Yellowstone
National
National Park,
Park, yeah.
like in like
Yeah.
where's that, Wyoming?
I
Yeah,
think
it's
so,
like
yeah.
that's like the West, Wild West, man. Back in the day, man.
No, Wyoming's like below us.
Yeah.
That's the West, bro. We're West.
I guess I
We're
guess.
Midwest. That's the Midwest. That's when.
But, like,
that's where
the-
the Westerns happen, bro.
But like the Wild West is like
No.
California.
yeah, was it not?
Arizona. And
Yeah, and like Arizona.
Let me
in
tell
the
you, that
canyons
shit didn't
and-
even really happen. It all was made up.
Still in the West, ain't it?
No, knowing it's America, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I know it's historically accurate, probably.
It's all the ghost towns.
It just feels like
Yeah.
it was such a small like period of time.
It's because the Wild West happened
Also,
because like the
it was-
West Side is so different.
And
Like
also, it was so lame. Like so.
I think it's just
lame.
overplayed. That's what it is. Like
It's just-
who hasn't made or seen a Western movie? You know what I
man,
mean?
What is it? What
Well,
is
it's
it?
just so
Back in the
small
saddle.
and like limited to what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Blazing
have your
Saddles. You seen
small,
Blazing Saddles?
Of course, I have it on DVD.
Yeah.
you have
Gorgeous
your
movie.
small like law enforced town, but you can
Exactly.
always just run away to a couple towns over where there's
State
no
lines. You gotta hit
laws
state lines, man.
and
Get to
stuff,
the border.
right? It's
There
just so-
there was no state line.
You have no
just
clue
fucking
about
go.
the
To
world.
the border,
you have
man. You
no
gotta make it to
clue.
the border.
Anything.
Yeah, but then we had Cowboys versus Aliens, which just broke barriers.
I love
Yeah,
that.
is
I
that what
love
it
that.
was? Barriers are being broken.
I've never actually seen the movie. but,
Species? What is it? How do you plural species?
species.
Species is a plural and a singular. Yeah.
Have you seen Dune?
I need.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's really good.
Yeah, I
It's
heard
fucking
that.
crazy. I've never read the books. Have you ever read the books at all?
No.
I never read the books, but there's like a lot. It's very like detailed in the books. Like it's like
Yeah.
a super meticulously like detailed book, and it's like I was learning about this that it's like one of the first books to coin the term like ecology or something like that.
Really?
Like it was like the first book to ever use that phrase
Fuck
and
is
like
that, bro?
coin it.
You're saying that like
Yeah.
it's like toast, bro. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Ecology, like like the study of like an ecosystem and
Yeah.
how people react to it, like interact in an ecosystem and stuff. It coined that term.
I
for
got
it.
Wow.
I got corona. What? They coined that?
Yeah,
ecology?
essentially. Yeah, pretty much.
The
Or
book,
or
yeah.
they coined the style.
No, like they pretty much
word
give it a
Term, yeah.
definition. Yeah,
They basically, yeah.
it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
It
What
was an old book, right? I don't remember.
60s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
What I heard about the movie too is the guy doesn't really like heavy CGI
Damn.
movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the scenes were like filmed in real life and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But there is CGI, but he said he always likes he thinks that CGI isn't for like creating something, it's to like add something.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
they like use like 18 tons of dirt or sand that they hauled in
Cool.
or blowing, and they just like added to that. They
Mhm.
add like because it's what I saw of it, it's almost like a completely different world,
Yeah.
like Star Wars, something like that. So they had like real helicopters in the desert and stuff
Yeah.
to see how like the sand moves and like how it interacts with that.
Cool.
And then they use like the CGI to like overlay the helicopter and stuff like that.
Damn.
Yeah,
So they
it's
used it, so-
crazy. Yeah, that movie is like extremely like well done,
Yeah.
especially for like like when they shoot a movie in really high definition, but it's like kind of shitty,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and like they just don't really utilize it. It's really like it's shot in really high def,
Yeah.
but it's like utilized very well because like there is a lot to intake, like especially like
Yeah.
Like Mad
'Cause-
Max, have you seen that?
no, I never saw that.
That's a
Mac.
great movie.
I've seen Mad Max.
That's
That's
what
a
I
great
thought it
movie.
might compare to.
Yeah,
In
it
sort
is.
of, like visual style.
Yeah, I think I think like from what I've seen, like the clips and stuff, I would say that that's like very true, especially like because it's like it's a desert planet, and like especially when they move from like this space that they were in, like the planet they were in before, because it was like all green and like all lush, and it was like crazy to move into that desert planet. It was just like the transition was super well, and like the selection of actors was pretty good. Like they had Jason Momoa in a role that wasn't like, you know, just like an action hero. Yeah, like you know, like Batista is in like the same roles every single. Like he's in the same role in this one, but like he still is like his character doesn't feel like flat. You know what I mean? It still kind of feels like it has more depth to it and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited to see the second one too, cause like, it's very exciting.
Off pretty open ended. Like basically, there's gonna be
cause
a lot more to say.
Yeah, the dude who's directing it is doing Dune 1 in 2 parts, because like the book, there's like 5 books that are written by the original author, and then his son finished off the series in 2 additional books after, and so like Dune 1 has so much detail, and like Dune 2 is like a whole generation like later and shit like that, so it's like goes through like a whole person's life cycle essentially in one book, and then the next one's a different one, and then like going into fuck JoJo's
every JoJo season is another new generation of Joestar.
Oh damn.
Yeah, they're all
Joseph. How have you not watched the show? Your name is in the show.
I don't know. Shit looks. I just see it on memes and stuff like that. It looks weird.
I think you'd like it. You should watch it. You should at least try it. It's like
you should watch it. It's like
if you love anime, you have to watch JoJo. Yeah, in my opinion, because it's just so fucking different. Yeah. From all other anime that you're gonna watch, you'll appreciate the fact that that's the thing. I'm gonna change the topic from whatever we fuck do. We're talking about to anime. And how y'all still ain't fucking watch One Piece. Y'all still fucking talk that shit. You gotta motherfucking appreciate the anime for it what it is, or the art, or whatever it is. Even if it is an anime, just the art for itself. Because even if you don't like it necessarily, that's fine. You don't have to like it.
I just gotta pay my dues and watch the 1,000.
You don't even have to.
No, you gotta not. No, you don't have to watch it. You have to catch up to the 2,000 chapters of it.
There you go. Now you understand. Now you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Like, you have to at least capture, or at least try to understand what it is. If you don't get it at all, then not One Piece, but anything, any art at all. If you don't get it at all, then you can talk shit on it. But if you have actually given it a thought, or taken it out of your perspective, you know what I mean? Like, this is how I always look at this shit. Like, this shit's dumb. I find this shit really annoying and stupid, or whatever. It's like, okay, well, think about it as a person who doesn't find it annoying and stupid. Is there anything you can pick from this that you would like?
I think there's a lot of value in the show. And
for what show?
For One Piece.
Man, we ain't even talk about One Piece. Now you want to bring it back to One Piece.
Well, like if you were talking about like JoJo.
There's tons of value in that show. There's thousands of episodes.
I'm just saying, for something like that, where I've actually seen it and then decided I didn't like it, I think there's a lot of value in it. I still just can't bring myself to like it. And that's fine. It's not like I think it's like, oh no, that's a shitty show. Anyone that watches it is
a fucking moron. Yeah.
It's literally just like, I can't watch it. Like, I can see why people watch it, but I don't get the same value out of it. But that's about it.
Yeah, I understand that.
But like that's like even like JoJo too. Like if you really think about what like JoJo is at a core concept, it's almost like Castlevania, or like it's like a very like Americanized
very Americanized Japanese.
Like it's very like Western, and like the style reflects that, and like it's just like it's a well written show. Like it's very smart how you like it's the same character in throughout it's not the same character, but it's like same family, and each same, one just happens to have the same nickname every single generation. And but like the characters,
like it's the same like arc. Like
it's James Bond.
Well, it's following two souls that like
follow each other through like life. And like the characters are eccentric and like they're different. Like if you've ever watched like even like Diamonds Are Unbreakable. Hunter x Hunter 2's that's a fucking they have some eccentric characters.
The one of the main villains is a giant ant.
Oh wait.
That guy, but like
ants, that arc is insane, dude.
But see, some people would look at that and be like, that's just retarded. Like, why are you fighting? Well, from looking at it, you watched it. This is what I'm saying about One Piece. You watched it, so you looked at it and you saw that these ants are literally
Even
the
when
most.
I looked at it, dude. That's
no.
It's a giant fucking insect. That shit's always terrifying.
See, now this is the same argument.
Oh, Bugs Life probably haunted you.
Well,
Hey?
I'm sorry I didn't look at one fucking dude that had a big ass belly and then.
See, now that's all you're going off of is the one time he goes into the fucking Fusa and does a balloon.
Yeah.
It's over.
Or the guy that's a fucking literal motorcycle. You literally showed me a clip where one guy's a motorcycle and another guy's riding the guy that's a motorcycle.
There's no motorcycle.
I remember that.
That wasn't a motorcycle.
Big
He was just riding a motorcycle. That wasn't
it had a face on it.
Have you ever seen have you ever seen Power Rangers? Robots have faces in Japanese culture. Mechs have faces. Have you ever seen Gundam? Have you ever watched one Gundam scene in your entire life?
No, I watched Gurren Lagann.
Have you ever seen Cars?
They have faces on their chests.
Yeah, Cars, yeah.
Cars?
Everything has face.
Everything has a goddamn face, Joseph. That doesn't make it a character.
Gundam. That was one I could never get into. Gundam was like Gundam Seed.
Gundam was good. There's only one Gundam show that I would recommend everybody watch, and that's Orphan something.
Really?
And that's Mobile Suit Orphans, or Orphan Blood, or Orphan some shit like that. That is one of the best Gundams I've ever seen. The characters that are in it are so well thought out and structured, and then the storyline and everything in it is like.
Yeah.
And then the fight scenes itself, because the way that this Gundam works is it's these orphans that were pretty much scientifically experimented on to be infused through their spinal cord with the Gundam, with it. So they literally move like 1-to-1, and there's this one dude who literally is just like
crazy
gift, insane.
Interesting.
And he's like,
because I'm trying to think the Gundam scene that would have been on I think it was
way
Gundam.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it was Gundam Seed, the original
Yeah, the original Gundam Seed. You'll always see the white, red, and blue Gundam.
Yeah.
That's you'll see it in every single Gundam. It is because it's like JoJo. It pays homage to the original in every single one. But it's literally looked at especially to the one that that I'm telling you guys to watch. It's already so late down the line. When they see it, they're just like, that's like a broken down hunk of junk that was used from pre-era. So they'll even talk about it as being predated or whatever, but this guy's still able to use it and fuck shit up with it. So it's that show has a lot of depth and power in it. I haven't seen all of them. So that's what I know,
but I never really got into
it's like Sailor, or not Sailor Moon, but
Saint Seiya.
Saint Seiya, exactly.
Okay, but then the new Saint Seiya is kind of trash because it's the CGI is weird. It's just a weird CGI.
When you have animation and then you put the CGI in it,
I don't like
3D. Blend it well enough that it
because
it's
looking like what's that show? Reboot it. It's looking like
honestly,
Reboot.
But Reboot, I'll give Reboot that's the only. I'll cut them slack.
What I was going for.
Their shit was it made sense in everything that they were doing, right?
Because it was inside a computer.
Yeah, but
when fucking the 90s.
Yeah, but when anime does CGI, it's they chop it in there so frequently. Demon Slayer has it too. There's a lot of moments where a character a character will turn around and they'll be
they're 3D.
They're 3D,
yeah. Anybody watch the new episode from the entertainment arc?
No, I haven't
watched any of it. No.
Yet. Yeah.
So they went through the train, which is just the movie. So if you've seen the movie, I haven't seen the movie. It's all the same. But now they started the actual season 2.
Back, huh?
Yeah, so it's brand new episodes, and they just started the second one. But cool. They'll have the moments where it's their face will change to an expression, and it'll be super 3D, or One Punch Man has kind of had that too, where it was just there's shit like that. Or when they're about to slice, when he's doing his water form.
But that looks sick.
That looks sick. That's how you do it right.
Exactly.
That looks sick, but and it makes
sense. When in battle, that's how you do CGI properly in anime.
Yeah, but usually it's always characters moving in a weird space where it's just exactly where we were talking about, a guy just turns around and then all of a sudden you're why is he 3D? And then he just walks away. Yeah.
Why is he just out?
You can just kind of tell. And I mean, even in Demon Slayer, it's done pretty well. and like
because there's a lot of money back in it.
Yeah, and like the only like there's not even they don't even really make a lot of animes that don't like have a little bit of CGI. Like the last one I saw was Dr. Stone. Yeah. All of that is pretty much still flat, like very traditionally done. But have you ever watched that?
Yeah.
Fucking so good. It's probably one of my favorites.
I've been watching it a while, and like it's so.
You never watched it? It's like
I watched it, but I just the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like the characters?
I don't know.
It's a lot campier than I thought it was gonna be for the subject matter. But then when I just take the subject matter out of it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty like.
It's very different in the anime versus the manga. Yeah. Because when I read it, it's very captivating in the manga because it's like. They put them in the corner way more, and they pin themselves in the corner and like make situations where like sometimes getting materials is like super dangerous or like even when like in
sorry, go ahead.
No, in the anime they cut out a whole scene where they have like it's like Dr. Stone, some other dude, and then the blonde guy who's like hates them.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a situation when they go into a mine to mine up essentially like tungsten, and then like he like. It's like a moment where like, oh, he could kill both of them and then go back and be like, oh, we got attacked and shit like that. And then there was a moment where I think they did get attacked by somebody. And then it's like, oh, he's like, oh, I could kill them right now. But then he doesn't. And then it kind of like builds more character between the two of them.
Yeah, they fell into like the hole of water or whatever.
Yeah.
They like made a misstep and he tried to save them and they thought he was trying to kill them, but he pushed them
exactly.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that like that's like the one thing with like the translation between like sometimes between like manga, even the same thing with Demon Slayer. Like there's like moments in it where it's just like, oh, these are like kind of missed in it. Yeah. And the first season was pretty accurate to be honest. Like it was a lot of good, got almost everything in it, but like there was like some things that were like fucking missed. You know what I mean? But yeah.
You guys see Attack on Titan season 4 finale coming January?
I'm so excited, man.
I saw that it was coming out. I gave up on that series. I watched the first season and I like just didn't like it.
No,
like it?
I get
it.
I
get it. I understand.
Every single episode it would be like 1,000
it's a
new
grind.
questions.
It's like, such a grind, that show, but it pays off.
They were such assholes about it. They were such assholes about it in the beginning where you'd watch it over and over again and you would get no value. They would like just egg you on. They were dicks. They were such dicks.
That's
about
One
it.
Piece, right?
Because
then you get the pieces of information, and sometimes they just drop it on you. There's so many moments in that show that like they just drop a bomb on you out of nowhere, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And it makes it so much better, especially after this last season. It's there's a reason why it became one of the top shows
easily
on the anime list. It was like almost number 1 just from that last season, just bumped it all the way up because
that last season was crazy.
Yeah,
they did a whole lot.
They
did
the I gotta get back on it.
Their characters
what
are
season
really
did you
good.
start?
Like, and the show itself is the premise is really good. It's just high stakes.
Season 3.
Maybe I'll read it. I feel like I have to read it first and get through a crunch through it, and then be like, okay, maybe it is actually worth like.
I imagine you'll get a lot from reading it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a lot.
I'd watch it first.
Do you always watch before you like read a manga? Is that how you guys?
I usually don't even read a manga.
Yeah.
Really?
Just because I don't necessarily. I don't want to say I don't have the time, but like, it's just like, I don't know. If I had physical, if I could just like, because I used to go buy all of my mangas. Like I had One Piece, 1 through like 35. I had Naruto. Like me and my brother would go to fucking Warp Zone and Millwood stuff and go and fucking get it and shit. Like, but reading it on like my phone just feels weird.
Doesn't feel the same.
Doesn't feel the same. So for me, like if I had the actual mangas, I could read them from like right to left. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's right to left.
Left to right.
Right.
Is it left
well,
to
no,
right
it's right to left.
I thought it's up.
Oh wait, we read that. Yeah, right to left, right to left.
So, like, cause that's like what I don't like fucking just swiping.
Oh.
And just like I like having like page feel. Like I really like that kind of shit. Like I've never been like an e-reader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always.
Why don't you just buy like you can get Shonen Jump like
Yeah.
delivered to your house? You should
I
do
know,
that.
but like at the same time, I'm already paying for all this other shit, anime, all this shit. So
Yeah, I always
at a
find-
certain point, I definitely will, or
Yeah.
I'll just convert, or like if I can read it on like my computer, that would be a lot fucking easier for me to just like.
Yeah, because
like-
you can pay for Shonen One. I think that's what they do. Where you can get it.
Get
you
it,
get the
download
weeklies, and then you can also read the past one. Cause that's I try and read mine. If I watch a show, I always try and read the version just to kind of see.
Because there's a lot of shit you'll miss.
Exactly.
So much shit you'll miss.
Yeah.
And not even stuff that you'll miss, but stuff that they won't even have time to put in. And so a lot of the times that they put in little hints of it that you would not get because you
don't know the backstory. And like most avid. Not all, because there's the divide, but most avid like anime lovers will read and watch.
Yeah. And I think that like the thing with like when you watch it, they give you so many. They put other arcs in it too, and right, like I like Bleach, right, and like some people won't like Bleach, but like there's like
I love Bleach,
two big filler arcs that they skip over, and like in the book, like I read it from like beginning to end now, and I'm like fucking hyped for the 1,000-year blood arc work, because like if they don't like that arc's fucking like crazy, but like
they're bringing it back.
Yeah, they're bringing it back, and then he got re-signed to do another one that's like Burn the Witch. Yeah, nice. a new manga, so they can do that too. But like when I watched it, I remember watching it again. I watched so much of it, like right to the end, like right when they finished the last arc, and like everything except for that really last arc. That was kind of dog shit. But I read it, and like the structure of it was just way different, and then the way things happen, like the way it's kind of laid out, it like makes way more sense as opposed to like the way that they kind of push it on the television. And like that's the thing. Like I think that like even if I probably would read One Piece and try and catch up that way and feel like I would like it way better. Same thing with like, I mean, the only one I haven't really read is like
One Piece is so far ahead.
Yeah, it's
from the manga is like, from what I know about the manga, it's like it's ridiculous how far ahead they are.
Yeah.
There's spoilers I've seen that I'm just like, I can't believe I wish I never saw them. Because it's literally like they're killing off main characters and shit. So it's just like, fuck me. But like that, especially in a show with so much history. There's a lot of things there's a lot of things that you gotta fucking. I gotta read.
Yeah, and it's like it's the same too with like even if you read like Dragon Ball Z too, if you read it versus like you watch it, it's like the story and like the lines or everything's like so different because like the way that like they kind of twist characters for like television is like crazy.
Well, they make it try to be as relatable to the mainstream.
Well, they try to like they just like
fit the formula.
And like they just like make it like just very digestible, right? Because if you make some of the characters like as complex as like they are on the, you'd be like, oh fuck, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, especially Dragon Ball because they're trying to, that was a kids. They're trying to push it as a kids show in the beginning, so they try to they took all the complexity out of all the characters. That's very true. They shoveled that shit out. They're like, no, this is just a bad person to be a bad person.
they did great, bro.
I like Death Note.
Yeah.
I'm a big Death Note.
Yeah, the show.
That's one of my
like that was the first anime I ever
recommend.
watched and just got me sucked in. And I've been trying to find. It's like a first hit of crack.
Yeah.
I got the strong hit first, and I've just been trying to find.
That's what I give people. That's
what do you like about Death Note?
Is it like the psychological?
Psychological and like even in normal movies, I love like the cat and mouse.
Chasing each other and trying to figure out. I got a few animes for you. There's a lot of crime animes that are really good. Psychopaths is a really good one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Psychopaths was like
Psychopaths, yeah. It's really good for like crime and like.
It's like I think it's these police
detectives
force that can like you can tell someone's like their emotions or whatever. Right?
I don't even know. I don't even remember it, to be honest.
Them kind of thing, so you can tell if they're like murderers or whatever. But people are doing things to like counteract that. I don't know.
I don't even remember the main thing, but it was good. Like I didn't finish, but like all the situations that they had to deal with were fucked up.
Psychopaths. I gotta write this down.
Psychopaths is a good one. I'm trying to think. What? Huh? Are you gonna say?
I was gonna change topic.
No, go ahead. No, say.
Speaking of police, hands up,
motherfuckers.
I fucking knew it.
Speaking of police, hands up.
Edmonton police are trying out this new thing, and they're like the first in Canada.
Oh God.
And one of the first in the world.
Horrible.
Which you can allow them access into your phone, and they have like some computer where they don't actually need to go to crime scenes anymore. for evidence, they can just take your phone and you can like show them around, and that's how they'll.
They like FaceTime you. Like,
pretty much.
That'd be crazy.
Right?
Yeah, man, stage that shit up, bro. Got murder, bro. Yeah, you killed him, man. Stage that shit,
So
bro.
it's like I had a break-in and like show them video. Okay, this
Mm.
was taken from right here, and they're like, doing no. Okay, could you show me the front?
Weird.
R.I.P.
Right?
all the Android users, bro.
Yeah.
Recording that shit on potato.
I don't like that at all.
No,
That's so weird.
I think that's laziness.
it is laziness.
It's because we.
Was this a COVID protocol? Is that what it was, or was it?
I don't care what it
This
is.
is like brand new.
Interesting. I think it's smart because it like saves resources in that sense. You know what I mean? Because like it's like you could have, but like we don't have a lot of police officers. Like we have like a shortage.
Nobody wants to be a fucking police officer.
Yeah, because
Their job
all
sucks
you
dick.
fucking have is like crackheads. This is the only thing. You just like
all you
domestic
deal with
disturbances and crackheads.
Just
and then
horrible
like
things. Just,
yeah,
There's nothing like what do you?
And then the shit the cops do.
yeah, literally.
I mean, like, let me hold on. What is this? What is that?
Look at this nigga right here, bro. I can take this job,
He's
bro.
on the phone.
Are you kidding me? For
He's
30
on
what?
the phone in uniform.
Cops get paid like
And
what?
mask.
Like $30 an hour? I could do this
And-
shit for a Nick. Man, I could sell cards and I could be taking your police shit, bro. Got a car guy on the left, bro.
Nah, they bit mine. They Bitcoin mine.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
Bitcoin mine.
911i, designed to reduce face-to-face contact.
We still need to have that eye on scene. We want to be able to do scene walkthroughs and look at evidence. But how do we do it smarter, quicker, more efficient, and most importantly, more safe with the current state of global affairs?
Instead of having officers drive to the scene, 911i gets permission from the complainant to use their cell phone camera to visually show
literally a
officers
FaceTime.
and record
That was literally
what's
a
wrong.
FaceTime.
It's
So
literally-
there was an air fryer, a soda stream, and a toaster oven that were missing from my kitchen.
This is a technology that gives somebody a text. They can
Bro,
accept
how
it,
do you even
say,
know?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it's
just
the police.
saying all
You're
this
already
shit.
likely
I know.
to
I'm
be
missing
a member.
a
They walk
35.
you
I'm
through the
missing a
process.
If your house
Right.
burns down,
Access
you
eyes
put
on
in
the
whatever
scene
in the
remotely.
insurance.
I'm
I had a
missing that-
55-inch
yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 and 6.
All this shit melted.
Like
Oh,
that
that shit
seems
go-
like the perfect framing. Like I got this. Well, you got like a dead body in the back.
Yeah.
I've been robbed.
Yeah.
I know. It's like let me show you the crime scene
Yeah.
over the dead body.
Either that, or you have some fucking poor 14-year-old kid crying on the phone, and the guy's like, "No, you have to go in there and show me the dead body. You have to
Yeah.
go in there."
That's
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, you gotta show
I'm
me the
sure-
crime scene.
I'm sure there's probably a limitation on
Yeah.
what it is,
Yeah.
but
I doubt
like,
it. I doubt it.
no,
Show
I
me.
like a crime
Show
scene.
me. Come on, Jimmy, be a man.
Like-
Show me where he hit you.
A domestic.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Show me where
He
he touched
touched
you,
you.
bro.
Yeah, there's a domestic violence thing.
Whoa,
you just
whoa,
call it,
whoa.
Like, okay, put me on the phone with your husband.
Yeah.
Alright,
What's
just
your
show
side
me
of the
this.
story,
Yeah.
buddy?
Show me him. Show me him.
Yeah.
Get that camera out of my face.
God.
Bitch.
Yeah, literally, like,
Terrible.
Well, oh, it seems we've
Yeah.
escalated the situation.
I didn't see anything. You have to make sure the camera's pointed at
you
him.
drop the
Yeah.
camera, ma'am.
Yeah,
You dropped
ma'am.
the camera,
I'm
ma'am.
seeing nothing but carpet, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's black. Is that what you're seeing, ma'am?
You can't
I've
use
been an
any of this.
investigator for 20 years. I cannot investigate anything from this view.
Yeah.
I
God.
need to see
Hilarious.
more, ma'am.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Why do cops
God.
talk
Yeah.
so fucking stupid, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting, bro. Imagine the cop trying to.
Just like.
But like, wait, like, what if the cop FaceTime you? She kind of find you. Like, hold up, wait.
Hold up.
I gotta look at the view. Look at the
I'm
view.
saying,
You
man.
trying to make that shit look nice? You gotta.
I ain't trying to turn this into no sexual assault case. He screen recorded our whole house. And like I may have done something for him, but like he said he wasn't recording.
Oh, God.
See,
We
see,
record all.
this
we
is
record
gonna go
all-
south really
That's
quick,
gonna be
man.
the new online scam.
We
But he
record
said he
all
was a
calls.
police officer.
Yeah. It's just some random Skype call.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can you show
Holy.
me?
The
Can you
badge.
show me the inside of your house?
Holy.
Yeah.
Yo,
This is
that's a
Detective
scam. Yo,
Johnson.
jump on that quick now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
jump on. Yo,
You
we
gotta do
need
it
to.
now. You gotta do it now before they all do it.
This
Yeah.
is Connor McDavid. This is the Edmonton Police Service.
I've been
Oh, yeah,
robbed.
that's right.
But how do you know people aren't just gonna move shit around? It's
Yeah.
like moving shit. Take your
Yeah.
toaster out. Yeah, I got robbed, man. My toaster, man.
I only got 2 slices.
$300, man. It's a $300 toaster, man. Got that off of Amazon. Ain't cheap.
Everything's more expensive on that shit.
You go smash the window with a hammer, throw the hammer on the bed. Hey, this is where he broke in. It's like, okay, take the nose down. Oh, broke in through the side window.
But I mean, isn't it the same, especially this in particular, isn't that the same as just like giving them a list of what was missing? Because it's like, it's not like they're
it's the exact same thing as giving them a list.
They don't need the video at all, other than the fact that to prove that you lost it. Why would they be calling otherwise, other than because they're not gonna replace the shit. They're looking for the person that's.
I think it's like if like you have a break in and like let's say like you just came home and like you maybe caught somebody running out, but like it's just a break in. You call 911 and then they can record. And you can get the crime scene. Like,
can you do it like live? Like basically, you're like chasing the dude down
that'd
the
be
street,
fire, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is him, officer.
You call him. That's what I'm saying. Like you're doing it, and then you're like, wait, hold on. There's someone in the closet. Hold on. Hey, you motherfucker! You beat the shit out of him on fucking camera, and now you're going to jail because you got fucking assault charges.
Oh, like well.
You're better off to just.
You turn that shit upside down, bro. Bro, you didn't see shit.
No. Wait, shit.
Nah. Yeah.
Damn.
Hold up, officer. I gotta beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah. If y'all can take off your body cams, I can put that in.
Man, you turn off your body cams every time you work with black people. There's a difference right now.
Connect to an officer with like a bunny ears filter on.
That's honestly their retaliation. They're trying to use the
That's just Instagram. It just becomes an Instagram link up. Like, that'd be so funny. You're on Instagram Live. With like 6 other people in there. My house just got broken into.
That's what people do anyway.
Literally. Yeah.
That'd be so fucking funny.
Well, let's take a little break. My shoulder hurts, man. I don't know what I did. I feel like I moved something wrong. I don't know, man. Anyways, we'll be back.
Dancing too hard.
I didn't even dance. I do control the simulation.
Is that what it is? I don't believe it.
Hey, man.
You must be living in a different one. Because you and something else.
I controlled it at one point, but I feel like they knew I tapped into the system and then they tweaked me.
Threw your wrench. It's like Kid Tropica. Shit, you getting big up? Just throw a wrench in there real quick, know the family.
That's what I'm saying, man.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of my face.
Who got caught? What deal? I don't remember your family.
Look at this guy trying to become his own millionaire. Slice. Assets gone, bro. And now look at me, sitting in the dumps.
Damn, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, fucking hilarious. It's life, man. Come on, you gotta pick it up and put it down.
Oh shit, throw on my back.
I throw on my shoulder, but that's life. Shit. I got strings in my eyes. I got all types of shit going on, man.
Yeah, how desperate you gotta get when you gonna start throwing the garage parties? You can be like $5 to get in.
Yeah.
Shit, I was desperate back. That was like 8 months ago. You could have started that shit, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man, where was that, bro?
Would have been popping on that.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We all still owe Jaylin $5.
Yeah. I don't remember being there.
Yeah. Hold on, hey, y'all ain't paid your cover.
Just get an invoice. Like,
yeah, he's like, what the fuck is this? It's like
$5.
That'd be the funniest. That would be the funniest shit ever. You gotta
fold that shit, like return that to sender. Wrong person,
man. Invoice for the party that you went to. You get invoice.
25 cents. Holy! I would do that if there was like something I didn't like. I'd send them an invoice and be like, "Oh yeah, do you know this?" So I'd go through multiple channels to find out where they live.
For like, literally,
for like
insignificant
dollars.
amount,
yeah, like dollars and pennies, like just real. Yeah. You drank. I saw you took
like,
6 shots out of the Ciroc.
I know that you still owe $9.82.
You bought your own booze, but you had some of the Chase and those Cokes.
I saw you dipped into the spinach dip. That's a little bit pricey, buddy.
I watched the camera.
Yeah.
I watched every angle of the camera.
I was sober that whole night. I was keeping numbers. Don't worry.
I saw you grab some peanuts out of the thing. We actually have that weighted. So.
Yeah.
See this? Iced tea. This whiskey? Iced tea.
Oh, you thought this was a brew? Yeah. Prohibition brew. 0%.
Keep it clean.
Yeah. You think this is a joke. 30 cents for
y'all ever get
peanuts?
strings in your eyes? What's going on with that?
strings in my eyes? I don't
Strings.
know. I don't know what that
Nobody's
means.
got strings in the eyes, bro. You the only one.
You got strings? Yeah, the strings ones.
No.
Yeah, the strings ones.
Are you
No.
talking about like fucking squiggly shit?
No.
Strings in your
Talking
eyes.
about
I don't know.
pulling out strings. Pull strings
Oh.
out your eyes.
No.
Sometimes. Yeah.
See?
I've had that once.
What?
Yeah, where you get like something in your eye and then you pull it out and that shit long as hell. Yeah. What do you mean how, bro?
Don't
you had that
lie.
in your eye all day. and then
Don't
it comes
lie.
out.
You had it.
Yeah, once, not every day.
Every day.
Not every day.
Every day.
Like once in a maybe once
that's
once a
true.
year at best.
Once a week.
Never have I had anything longer than an eyelash in my eye.
Oh man.
String, man.
Must be
All the way
fucking
from
nice,
here
man. You were
to here.
must be
That-
nice in the closet, huh? Yeah, shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
dust
air
particles, you shit.
purified in that closet. bro, let me
Yeah,
tell you.
dust particles dripping out that shit, bro.
I got it from here. It's literally from the back, probably back
How
of
are
my
you getting
eye.
string
back,
in your eye?
and it's not like string from the world. It's,
Well,
From the world.
Okay, I almost.
It's like hair, it feels like sometimes. I don't know what it is.
Say, though, but it's not hair, right?
no, I don't know. It's a string though.
How?
It is a physical
How do you get
string.
something long enough in there?
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
just-
not from the outside world. It is my own bodily.
It grows.
It is
from
my own
inside
bodily thing. Like I don't know.
No.
Oh, you're talking about like the snot
Like
thing.
eye
Yeah,
boogers.
yeah.
But like
But
like
not
a
a
string.
string.
It's a string of it.
But it's like long.
It's
Like
like
you
a
pull
long,
it
like you
and
pull
you
it
like
and you can feel like slide across
Yeah.
my eye.
yeah.
No.
I've had that before too.
Yeah. See?
No, I've had strings, bro. I've had like something long.
like a
It's
string, like an actual string,
Like you pull it out and you're like,
you like
put
you
that
went,
shit away.
Like you went like this and it went boing.
Yeah. Shit was long, bro. I pulled it out and I was like,
Like it was
holy
durable. Like you couldn't pull it apart.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Threw that shit away, man.
No.
You guys are fucking spiders.
I don't know.
Hey man, I got bit by. I always wanted to be Spider-Man, so I ain't mad. If I got shoot webs on my
Spider-Man out of your
eyes, I'll be like
That'd be the
Cyclops.
worst. That'd be the worst
That'd be
ability.
terrible.
What?
I'm swinging from my eyes.
You wearing a mask? You wearing a mask?
swinging,
Gotcha, ass man.
swinging from building to building from my eyeballs
Oh,
suspended.
yeah, your eyes just come out of your head.
No, my eyes are super strong.
You
Duh.
would have, you know, that thick neck guy. That's what you would look like after like a week of being a
I'm
not mad
superhero.
at
Your
that.
shit
Yeah.
would be
That
rocked,
should be
bro.
dope, bro. Traps out the fucking
You-
wazoo, bro. I don't even need a neck.
This would be
anymore.
you, man. You
Look.
try to be behind your ears,
Yeah,
push
you
your
don't
ears
have
forward
to
like
be
this,
looking
man.
like
You'd be
Joe
like-
Rogan,
you don't
man.
have a neck. You just have
I'll
a
be out here
head
looking
and you
like
got
Joe Rogan,
fucking-
bro.
You wouldn't even need a body at that point. You
The
just
Black
need a
Joe.
neck.
And not Joseph Dancy, Joe Rogan, man. Black Joe Rogan. I'll take it.
Did you hear about the? I think it was from Edmonton, if not Alberta. The surgeon who got fired.
No.
For hanging a noose on the operating door.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
You heard
Why?
about that?
Why did he do it?
Apparently, it was an inside joke with one of the nurses.
Man,
Is what he said, but he also had an assistant who is new from Nigeria who found it
Oh.
and took great offense to the noose being hung on his operating room
Why
door.
the fuck would you do that? It's
Right?
one thing to talk about if it's an inside joke, which I don't know what the fuck that could be. Still super
doctors,
dark.
doctors
my
have.
eye for
You have to have a fucked up sense of humor to probably be a doctor,
Honestly.
because you see
Yeah,
some.
you see shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be seeing some fucked shit, so I feel like you have to have a dark sense of humor. I mean, I feel like all doctors have a dark sense
But
of
to
humor.
actually grab a noose.
But that
you
shit's
can
kind
throw
of.
that shit
That's a
up.
Yeah.
little bit far.
Yeah, you
That's-
know where the line is.
Yeah.
God damn.
Have you ever seen what is it called? Like Medical Hospital. It's like a satirical show, like a 15-minute little interview, like little 15-minute show. It used to be on Adult Swim, and it was like this one dude was like dressed as a clown as a doctor, and it was like a little. What was that Robin Williams movie?
Miss.
Mr. Brightside, is it?
No, or like Happy something. I can't remember, but it's like a loose reference
yeah.
to that, and then all
Patch
the
Adams?
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a really loose reference to
Okay.
that. And then there's also like other doctors who just make really bad jokes at like a certain. It's like, oh man, you got gonorrhea, that must burn. It's like shit, like you know what I mean? It's like a really fucking terrible show. But that's what that reminds you of. That's like you think that's what you living in, and you shouldn't have done that shit. Cause I'm like, yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious. Imagine you're going to an operation, you're like getting woozy, all you see is a noose, and you're like, wait, what? And then you black out. Like you know, that shit would be hilarious. But that actually do it.
Yeah, actually, dude is like, that's something.
That's
else.
just fucked up. That's if you're doing surgery on your friend. And you're like, all right, let me fuck with this guy real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me take this. He's got a fucking hemorrhage in him. Yeah, let's do some fucked up shit, bro.
As soon as like he's like knocked out from the gas, and he's like, "Hey, no, you didn't use that tank on him, did you?"
Yeah, you can hear that. He's like, wait, what? You gotta like wake him up halfway through. You got like blood squirting. Like,
put him under. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, I don't know why, but I was thinking about this today. For a horror house, I think the best approach to have one of the scariest ones is like you have the typical chainsaw guy, but you have a decoy in the group going through. Yeah. Somebody who like goes up to him and like pretends like, yo, what the fuck? You actually cut me. Yo, this is supposed to be real. Like, acts like that. Exactly. It causes, like, pure panic in the house.
Yeah.
No, or you have the dude who's only, like, has half a body, and then you, like, put, like, fake legs on him and shit like that.
Fake legs.
Yeah. Come through, slice him up, and he falls. Ah! Like, that would be horrified.
I feel like there has to be
I would be horrified.
That's when people go into fight or flight mode.
That's
when fists start flying. That's when people start killing people to survive.
That's what I mean. That's what you need. You need like a 3-day venture.
Yeah. Then you pack up and move to it.
Yeah, like 3-day, like a 3-day venture. Oh man, somebody gonna cash out, bro.
That's what happens when I go to some strings out of my eyes.
Wild, bro. That would be fucking crazy if you were like a 3-day venture as like a horror thing.
Like a retreat kind of thing?
Yeah, and they put you in like a cabin in the woods.
And it starts off all nice and sweet.
Of course.
Horror movie.
Just like any horror movie, it's nice.
But you know what? But it's just one of the most gruesome experiences.
Like a psychological
There's that one
torment.
that we watched, The Death Tourist.
Dark Tourist.
Dark Tourist.
And he like.
That's where he eats fucking kid, right? Is that the one?
What?
No.
We talking about something else. Whoa.
Wait.
Never mind. Never mind. We're talking about something way different. You get nothing. Don't worry about it. What you talking about?
It is about this like tourist who just goes to like different parts of the world and like just like
experiences all
these weird stuff, like go to like cults and like this Nazi like memorabilia collector.
Oh yeah, that's
and
weird.
On one of the episodes, it was this guy who like runs this like horror experience.
It's not even a horror experience; it's like torture experience.
Yeah, and you like have to like pretty much sign your life away, saying it's okay to do this. And like this guy pretty much like kidnaps you, like ties you up, or like waterboards you, and like.
That's what you need. That's what you need,
to the
bro.
Point where it's like, I think it's hard. Like you have to like really like, you have a safe word, but you have to like really fucking mean it.
Say it. Like, you could say it a couple times, and nothing happens.
You're like, not gonna stop. Yeah. And then he'll like once you like are begging for your life, like.
Yeah, see, that's what you need, like something like that, but like not really like putting people's lives in danger, like just like
no, their lives are in danger. He's not gonna kill you, but like you know what I'm saying. If he kills you, it's not his fault.
I thought you
it is his fault.
I thought you were talking about.
But that's why he signed the paper.
But legally, yeah.
I thought you were talking about My European Vacation, because that movie's fucked. Because it like takes this guy wins a contest and he gets to travel through Europe. But then it just takes this really dark
Europe
twist.
Isn't a place I like.
It takes, but it's not like it's not like he goes into the catacombs and there's fucking like Drake. It's like it takes a dark twist in the sense of like he loses like the credit cards and so he loses his money and then it just starts to take this twist and it gets dark and you just kind of watch him spiral out.
It's real.
Yeah, it feels like it's so real. Like it's like almost like like the Blair Witch Projects and it's shot that kind of same way, but it's very real. Yeah.
Blair Witch?
Yeah.
I fucking. Did you ever play the game?
No.
There was a game.
There was a game. I played the game. It was at the library, and I was like, "Oh shit, let's fucking play this shit." And yeah, it was okay. Like it was pretty whack, but
not even.
I never saw the second.
The fucking movie was trash.
There was another movie.
The original and second movie were both
came out like a couple of years ago.
It was like a remake.
Well, the original movie
was trash.
Yeah, I think I've said this before, but the original movie when it came out, it was like branded as like actual like found footage, and so everybody was like, "Whoa, this is real."
Yeah, but still, even
there's a new Paranormal Activity.
Yeah,
how about
Amazon, I think, right?
Yeah, it's weird, bro.
He's a black guy.
I didn't know it was Paranormal Activity because it doesn't say on the actual like card thing or whatever. And so I forget what it's called. It's some forest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched the VHS?
Yeah, it's good.
I like VHS.
We watched those like VHS 1 and VHS 2.
VHS.
VHS is dope because it's like what do you call it? Like Goosebumps or like Tales from the Crypt or whatever.
Did you ever watch Black Mirror?
Or Black Mirror.
It's like a dark Black Mirror.
Yeah, I was thinking like more for like kids for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, no, it's literally
it's very true. That's
terrifying.
Like it's kind of like that, but like
it's mini stories inside of one movie.
Cool.
And they all kind of tie together in like kind of
in a weird way. And it has a main story, and then it's like this person finds a bunch of VHS tapes, and they start watching them, and then you watch the stories that they're watching, and then it goes out and goes back into the main story, and then
because like isn't in the second one that's when the girl
when they find the house, they go in the house.
Yeah,
that's the one that
so like it's like this girl's watching these like he's watching a MacBook essentially.
Well, no, they isn't the second one they like broke into some house or some shit.
Yeah, because they were trying to because that guy was looking for his mom's that like lady because he was like a private investigator, right? Yeah, so he went to go look, and then his girlfriend's watching the tapes, right? And then like she watches all these fuck tapes, and I was like, I was watching this, and I was like, man, some of these are fucking god awful. There's like a zombie one.
Like, some of them are stupid. Yeah, but like
the story's still kind of like good. Yeah. It's very interesting.
But some of them are fucking weird. Like the one with the Asian people.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna say too. That one like was strange and
like
it was
actually like terrifying.
Because it was fucking hilarious how it ended though.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. I love that fucking.
That's like I'm like what? No. It was almost like satirical, like that. Those are like good ones. Yeah, those are fucking.
I like psychological shit, but it'll fuck me up. For a while.
What? So would you do a 3-day weekend where like you like almost lived that?
No. I would do a zombie apocalypse. I wouldn't go somewhere where I'm purposely gonna like sleep and they're gonna come steal all of my money and clothes and food and like have.
It wouldn't be like that. It would be like.
It would be.
It would be like one of your friends goes missing.
It's like
it would be like, oh, we own this plot of land and we shoved a bunch of criminals here to kind of do whatever they want to do. Good luck.
No, that'd be fun. Really fuck yourself. That's like Kenny versus Spetty shit right there.
Fucking cameras everywhere at every angle and make it some survival shit, and they'll kill you.
This is like an escape room where to escape they just have to like watch a bunch of fucked up shit.
No, that's a Saw movie. What are you talking about? Make a choice. I want to play a game.
I don't want to.
I was surprised they haven't done a Saw themed escape room.
I'm sure there are some.
I wouldn't want that.
But I don't think.
I mean, well, like I don't even know. Like the Saws are. I don't know. That was not my favorite series of horror movies. Like I felt like
we watched all the Saws. We didn't watch them. We had them playing one day.
I didn't like them because they didn't have much substance other than the fact that it was like
gruesome.
It was just gruesome to the point where it's like, oh, that's fucking.
But yeah, and then you would rather.
It was just elaborate.
What was that one that
it became to the point where it was so elaborate. It's like, why would you even think of?
Like
this Ruth what is that? Rubens Gilbert or whatever.
Gilbert.
Ruth Gilbert's machine or whatever.
Oh.
You know what?
The machines that like the really overlong machines to do one simple
task. Yeah. Kill somebody.
Yeah, and what was the other one where it was like Final Destination. It's no different than that shit. Because that shit was like exactly the same.
That shit was so dumb,
It's because they never focused on the actual characters or plot. It was just like how
it was like situational.
Ways to die in a movie.
Exactly. It was just like very situational. Like, oh, this guy fell off the table. Like he was getting acupuncture. Like, oh, thanks for like confirming my fears.
This one guy fell, I remember, out of his building or jumped out of his building or something because like something was burning.
Yeah.
And then like the egg or whatever it was that was burning or whatever the fuck came down with him, and then he was like on the ground. He was like, "Oh, I'm okay." And then this giant fucking like anvil or some shit came and like sprayed in his face. I was like, damn. That's the only thing I remember from Final Destination. It made me hate the movie
and like that's the thing. Like those are such contrasts to like the last horror movie I watched was The Dark and the Wicked, which was like I think it was a Shudder exclusive, and that was like fucked because that movie like took a real turn because it's like essentially these kids go back to their farm because like their dad's really sick and he's gonna die, so they go to help their mom, but then their mom is like haunted by this thing, and then she kills herself, and then like they start seeing all these like visions and like apparitions and shit like that like around the farm, and the farm's essentially telling them to get the fuck out of there, but they won't. But then the brother leaves and like kills himself, so when he goes home because he thinks his family's dead, but like it's still fucking with him, so then his family actually comes home and then sees his like slit his throat. It's like super fucked. But like that movie was like really good because it like the way it drove the plot is like super nice, and they were like, oh man, like you thought the sister was gonna get out.
Like, what is a good horror movie? Name a good horror movie.
Hereditary was really good, actually.
Yeah, Hereditary.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, like out of the ones that were, they broke the formula where it wasn't just shock value.
Yeah, like Hereditary was good because it was written really well.
Yeah, like plot
but
narrative.
I hated the way it ended because I thought it was fucking stupid. Yeah. And I hate that way that guy ends any of his movies because they're all fucking really stupid. Yeah. Like Midsommar, he did Midsommar, Hereditary.
That one too, but it's always the endings that fuck me.
That movie was fucking...
And that movie had like next to no gore in it, but it was very suspenseful and like you didn't really know what was going on, and it's like a lot of people were just like fucking with each other.
Midsommar was so weird, bro.
And the cinematics they had for it though were really good.
And like I think that's the other thing about that movie is like it's shot all in daylight, which is like so weird for a
even more
movie.
disturbing, I think.
And I think that's what kind of makes it like it's unsettling.
Yeah, I hate scary things happening in the daytime. But
cult shit, they break the one rule where it's like, no, it only happens at night.
Can't only happen at night time.
I'm safe in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like cult shit, I don't know. Some cult shit works. But like the Swedish cult shit to me, it doesn't.
Some IKEA shit, bro.
It's just like, oh yeah, we're here to. You are going to.
It's the like, Midsummer.
I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'm going to leave. You fucking Polish fuck, get out of my face. There's no way I'd ever be in that situation. Scandinavians gonna try to fucking oust me into a farm.
I think that like
that is the
once they had dinner, the way they were saying, I'd be like, the way you guys are formed, like I gotta leave. Like it's just too weird,
there's no
bro.
way. As soon as I walk in and everybody looks like the Pepperidge Farm person, I'm out, bro. Every single one of you are Amish. I don't like Amish people to begin with. I'll be honest with you. I see them at West End. They got their little hats.
They ain't got technology out there.
They don't like black people. So.
That's what the new Paranormal Activity is all about.
Amish?
But they turn out to be fake Amish people.
See? None of these Amish are real now. You can't trust Amish. You know why? Because nobody can live like that nowadays. It's not possible. It's not real. It is possible, but it's not real.
Yeah, she's like breaks into the one guy's room, opens up his closet. What does he have?
TV.
The laptop with the server, internet
connection.
Oh,
he's like, what is this? Bro, that shit would fuck me up. I wouldn't though, because I never trust these Amish. Just like I don't trust these fucking Dutch or Scandinavian.
Man, if they had the internet, they'd be coming for you.
Let them.
Yo, yeah.
When I'm famous, the one group I will attack vigorously is the Amish. I will always slander the Amish. I will never ever ride.
You can't do it.
But here's what I'm gonna say.
It's gonna be taking a hacksaw to their like spoke tires.
Fire. Just like lighting this shit on fire. How village burns down.
Here's the thing. I just gotta burn one bridge. These guys are fucked. Okay.
They don't live on an island. What do you think Amish people are?
Oh, my bad.
Island farms.
Right. Same shit. Island farms. Island farms. Listen, all right. It's
embroidered on the hat.
I jumped off topic because of my hate of Amish people. Yeah. But let me get back on topic with Midsommar.
What are other Amish movies?
I don't want to even know. There's none because they don't believe in technology to shoot these movies.
No, why are there so many movies about?
Because they're weird people. Because they're weirdos.
What was that one with something about that creature that would come?
Oh, the red, like he couldn't wear red or whatever.
Yeah, I had to watch that in school.
Yeah. Wait, what? There's this one about these Amish people. They live in like the village. Yeah. They live in like a community.
That one was actually terrifying when I first watched
when I watched it in school, I was like, this is some scary shit.
Because it was like until you realize that it's just all
stupid,
fake, and you know, it's just to keep them in the village.
Yeah, then you're just like.
But when you first see that creature, you're like, what the fuck is this?
How the
Red
fuck did he
Riding
make it
Hood
like
bullshit?
that?
Yeah.
What
right?
is this shit? Yeah.
That's why you can't trust the Amish.
It wasn't the Amish. It was the people around them.
No, it was the Amish.
No, they were like surrounded by this giant fence. They were put in there. And,
yeah,
like,
no, but it was the leader.
Yeah, but
it was him. He was the lead Amish. You can't trust the leader of the Amish. You can't. Joseph, you can't. I don't care what you say. There's no defense. Have you met an Amish that you've trusted?
I've never met an Amish.
That you've trusted?
Okay.
I've never met an Amish.
Okay, well, I'm telling you. I met Amish. Can't trust them.
You've met an Amish person?
Yes. I see them all the time.
What do you mean you see them?
They take the bus.
Are they in the room with us right now? Do you see them?
No.
Are they ghosts?
No, I don't see them now. Okay. But they are West End. They walk around.
What are the other ones called? The
leprechauns.
The Mennonites or
those are the ones that I probably see, but they're still Amish to me.
Mennonite? What are they called?
Mennonites, yeah.
Are they Mennonite?
They're called Mormons.
No.
Oh God.
Okay, listen. This is all I gotta say. For midsummer, especially, you'll never catch me going to no farm, going to no retreat, family retreat. Especially if it's the Dutch guy or whatever he is trying to tell me, "Hey, come to my family."
He didn't want her to go.
He did.
No, he didn't.
No, he did.
She wanted to go because her whole family died the previous night.
No, her boyfriend didn't want her to go.
Didn't want
because
her to
they were gonna drop.
The weirdo guy wanted her to go.
Yeah.
Because he's like
selling them, pimping them out, man.
I'm saying you can't trust these fucking Amish. That's an Amish guy. He was undercover.
I feel like it was more
Amish.
so because he was in a cult.
Yeah, no, undercover.
Just because he was
Amish.
I don't even think
no, it was
Amish
only
cult.
because he was Amish.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't even think they were Amish, really.
They were fucking Dutch or whatever. Scandinavian.
Like
all I know is that they paralyzed one person. 2 people.
Did they paralyze anybody? I thought everybody was dead, man. They killed everybody,
they were
man.
Dead?
Yeah, they like.
Yeah, the one dude got decapitated.
Yeah.
The one dude fucked that bitch, and then he was lit on fire because he was in the farmhouse. Was he not?
And also, he was like, his skin was like stretched out on top of the other thing, and then another.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's a different guy.
Yeah, we're talking about different. Yeah, we're
I'm talking about the husband and the guy, the girlfriend and the.
He didn't get paralyzed. He got lit on fire.
Yeah,
was he not in the fire? He was in the house when they lit that shit on fire.
Yeah.
The stupid woman who went on the trip in the first place was sitting there in flowers, and they had the guy across from her.
Yeah, in the house. Yeah, and he was lit on fire.
He was in the house when it was on fire. Remember where that thing was?
This was of their friend, like, and they had
that was at the very. You're talking about the very
end.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. I don't remember anything.
They lit him on fire.
I wasn't watching. I'll be honest with you. I was helping my girlfriend write a term paper.
Yeah.
At that time, so I was in and out of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he got lit on fire because they lit the farmhouse on fire.
Yeah.
That they were all dancing around her because she was a sacrifice.
She was on fire?
No, he was on fire. He died.
Like, she was gonna. It was the trial.
But she
for
was
her,
paralyzed.
Basically. What?
No, the fuck happened to her?
She was walking. She was fine. Like, she walked out of it. She was she basically indoctrinated almost.
But she was sitting there before, in the flowers.
She might have been drugged or something. But even.
But after then, she walked out, started dancing with them.
Yeah, because that was the big thing. Is that he's like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. It's like, you fucked all those bitches. You gonna die.
He fucked one.
No, well, he fucked a bunch of them.
Yeah, they chose. So her boyfriend got stuffed into a brown bear's body. Yeah. That's what they did. I was like, because they put him in something.
Yeah, because he was like in something.
And they lit that place on fire.
Yeah.
And he died. Nobody but the girl died.
Yeah.
Straight to my first point, bro. Don't trust these Dutch, Scandinavians, Amish,
I think they're Swedish,
or Swedens.
Yeah,
Switzerland, Swedish.
Swedish.
Anybody that talks like this, yeah. Or says yeah.
Yeah, Germans. I feel
Germans.
Like that, yeah, that makes
Don't
sense.
trust Germans.
You know, there's only two
lesson.
Types of people I can't stand in this world.
Oh my god.
People who are intolerant of other people.
And the Dutch.
Hey man, fuck the Dutch. This man is Dutch.
Austin Powers.
Did you know
Let's
that?
see what else there.
That he's Dutch?
Dylan's part Dutch.
I could imagine. I mean, I
It's
feel like all white people are part Dutch.
Yeah.
We're all just kind of like blended in together.
It's a nice soup mix.
Yeah.
It's gold.
Gold.
Gold. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Are there-
Hereditary was a good one.
Never
Yeah.
seen it. I couldn't talk shit. I can't talk about the cult in that movie. But I bet you they're not Amish.
No, we're not.
See?
Was Insidious a good series?
I
No.
remember it.
I heard
being
that guy
looked
like
was-
Darth-
what
Darth
was-
Maul.
What
That's
was
all that Darth
Insidious?
Maul.
I
Yeah.
recently watched one, and
The
now I'm
Red
trying.
That
Door?
Darth Maul.
Like
Had
the
Darth Maul in
doors?
the
I
back.
know what you're talking
Huh?
about, yeah.
The Doors?
The
And
Red
like-
Demon, man.
Yeah.
Darth Maul.
Oh
Insidious
yeah.
thing, it looks
And the
like
astral,
all
like the
behind
astral
chair.
planing and
Yeah.
shit like that.
and
I never watched any of those.
No.
I only
I
saw that
watched
one.
the
Like-
first one.
The
Okay.
first one was good, I
Yeah.
think.
The first one was good. I didn't like the astral planing aspect of it because it was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That was some weird shit to just throw in a movie.
You don't like the astral
Yeah,
plane,
it was
bro?
hard to like.
Hard to
Because like
follow,
it was
yeah.
like it was just like really thrown in the end.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, oh,
If
to
they
save
would've
your
written
son,
it better, yeah.
yeah, you got an astral plane jump.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, if they would have written it better, because that's a whole topic in paranormal stuff all the time, astral projection,
Yeah.
whatever. If they would have made that a thing throughout the whole thing, where it's like, yeah, his astral projection, he can't control, he's being attacked, whatever, he's inviting it through it. If they've introduced it a lot earlier, I think it could have done well, but yeah, they threw it in at the end where they're just like, you have to do this to save
yeah,
him.
your father
Did
can
you-
do
You
it.
just
Yeah.
have to, like, have your soul leave your
Did
body
you
and
watch-
do this thing. It's like,
Did you watch Donnie Darko?
I haven't yet. No, not yet.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
That's a conversation.
Sinister.
Sinister was fucking
Sinister.
oh
I
my
haven't watched
god.
That
That
pretty
movie's
fucked
fucking
up.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Sinister has Ethan
Is
Hawke
that the
in
same
it.
guy, Sinister, that made Hereditary?
No. Hereditary and Midsummer are made by the same guy.
There's one more that nigga made, man.
No, not Sinister was. I don't even know who made fucking Sinister.
Oh,
you know
you
who
know
made
what?
fucking Sinister?
No,
Probably
the
the
reason
dude
I
who
watched
made.
that stupid ass movie Midsummer was because that nigga made Hereditary, and I didn't even watch Hereditary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Um,
movie. Sorry.
Yeah, Sinister.
Sinister.
Holy.
Yeah,
I've never seen
Sinister was kind of so Sinister was a story where this guy moves into this like they move into this house and this guy finds all these tapes of like the families that lived there before, and
Wasn't
it's
he kind of like investigating it? Or,
yeah, he's
writing
like
a
I think he's
book
writing
on
a
it?
book on it.
Oh, yeah.
And so he finds all these films about like all these families and it's like gruesome, like shit's fucked. Like it's like this whole family's like hanging from trees
Yeah.
in the backyard where above the pool, and like
Where he's like looking at like a normal pool.
But it's
and
always,
and
like-
then he's looking at the
You
picture.
probably-
Daniel Radcliffe?
I've never
No,
seen it.
No,
Ethan
that's
the woman
Hawke's
that's
in
the
it.
woman in black.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
that
thinking,
movie that was
That,
a
I
good
had
I can
never
tell you
seen
because
that,
that nigga's
but-
only been in 3 movies
Yeah,
after
exactly.
Harry Potter.
Yeah. I just, when you sent that imagery of him looking out the window and seeing people out there, I was thinking...
Yeah, Women in
Yeah.
Black's a pretty good series
No,
too.
it was not a good. We
The
watched-
first one was good.
No, don't.
You didn't like it?
We watched that shit at Becca's house. You remember that?
Mhm.
That was the worst. I didn't even watch that movie. I was trying to get it in that.
Yeah, that's
So
why.
then you weren't even
Yeah,
watching the
exactly.
movie. So
It's not a bad
you're
movie.
I was watching.
Yeah, so you were watching.
I'm always watching.
Nah, you're just upset that you didn't...
You're
The
like,
movie was
man.
too good
No,
that
I
you couldn't
did.
get it
I
in.
did get it. I did get it. I looked to my right and I looked at the screen and I said, "Man, this ain't Harry Potter." I said, "Man, where's
I might as well
Voldemort?
get something from this.
Where's Voldemort?"
Where's Voldemort?
Yeah.
Nigga Harry didn't know what he's doing, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so he like finds all these Super 8 films in depicting grisly
Super 8?
murders. Yeah, like old
Yeah.
film.
Y'all watch that movie?
No, I don't
No,
watch that
I
movie.
didn't know that was a movie.
Super
Yeah.
8? Y'all know that?
I know about it.
I didn't
don't
even
think
watch
watched
it. I never watched
I
it.
just knew it as a hotel.
I only that's Motel 8.
Yeah. No, they're Super 8.
Yeah, they're
the
Super
hotel
8.
in real life.
Oh, I think that's
Yeah.
actually what I thought the movie was about when I first was looking at it.
It's just about the water slides. It's just like which one has the best water slide.
Yeah,
God damn,
Jesus
man. You know the one off
Christ.
87.
Yeah. That shit wild, man.
That shit crazy swirls.
Yeah, I don't even
Got a
know.
loop in it. Would you ever ride a water slide with a loop?
With what?
No,
With a
you
loop.
wouldn't make it up
With
the
a
loop.
Yeah.
You would never make it up
Cushion
the
City.
loop.
Super 8, yeah.
Why not? If it's straight down. And then you
If
go
it's
right
straight
into
down, yeah, but you can get
Yeah.
water straight up your
Cause
asshole, man. That shit
There's
gonna
the
feel
one at
terrible.
West End, isn't there? Isn't
Huh?
there the one at West End
Is
that
there one
does
with a
that?
loop?
Yeah, kinda, but
It's
it's
got
side.
like this. It's like
Straight
goes
down,
like
yeah.
this. That doesn't. Y'all ever go there? Y'all swim? Y'all swim?
Y'all swim. Y'all swim.
I've been there a few times, but I
Y'all
haven't
tread
been.
water before?
Yeah,
I can't, so I don't know, man.
No,
I haven't been there in a long time, but yeah.
I think 6th grade.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been there in a long. Have you ever rode the water slides?
Yeah.
A few of them.
I've been down the toilet bowl.
Yeah, you been down the toilet bowl?
Nope.
You
I
been
always
down?
assume somebody's shitting there, so I just.
Yeah.
I always wanted to,
Toilet
but then like you know what it is? I'm also like. The
don't
way
like-
it drops into like a 20-foot pool
You literally
freaks me the
just
fuck out
plumps
too.
you
No, I don't
into-
like
yeah,
that.
it's like a funnel.
That's what I
didn't-
You
Yeah.
get funneled
It
into
literally
a
is a
pool.
funnel. I never liked that, and I always thought that was dangerous.
Yeah.
And I always thought it looked stupid.
No.
It looked cool. It looked cool to watch people swirl around and then
Yeah.
fall, and then I'm like, I'd
Yeah,
die.
I don't know
That's
if I
where I'd
wanna
die.
do-
Right there.
Yeah.
I'd probably just like pass out from thinking about how I have to fucking survive in this 20-foot pool. I would just sink to the bottom. I drowned in a hot spring.
Oh, have you seen? I'm trying to think of another one that I watched recently. It's coming. So that one is like about.
Which one?
It's called like It's Coming or something like that.
Is that
It's
the online stuff?
no. There was another one I watched recently that was like it was like all these girls are on like a video
Yeah.
call and they do a seance
Yeah.
and then they're all get like
Yeah.
fucked. That was a good movie too. I can't remember what that
Yeah,
one was
I
called.
heard good things about it, which I was surprised because the premise of it, where it's all online.
I
and
wanted
it's
to watch
like-
the one where
I was like, that sounds horrible.
I
No,
wanted to
it
watch-
was surprising. It was really good.
Yeah,
actually.
cool.
I didn't watch. I wanted Mo to watch the one where it was all those people and they were on Skype calls, and then like some like weird shit started happening.
I think that might be.
Is this the same one they were talking about? I don't know. It wasn't a bunch of girls,
Oh,
so
then
there's guys in it.
maybe not.
but like
There was one dude in it, and
Oh.
then he joins halfway through, and he's like, "Oh, how's the fucking seance going?" And then like
starts,
two or
like,
three,
getting
two or
fucked.
three of them are already dead,
Damn.
and then like he just gets fucked, like just like his house just goes black, and then he gets like
Jeez.
pulled, like it's fucking crazy.
I think a big problem with horror movies is like with the big budget ones, a lot of them they'll have like good story plots that they can
Yeah.
work off of or stuff like that, but they like ruin it with their characters.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they make the stupidest fucking idiots.
And they're all the same. Like,
Yeah.
It's all generic. Oh, it's a couple
Imagine
going
The
out here.
host,
It's a
that's
single
it's called
guy.
host.
Host, yeah.
That's what it was
Host,
called.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was.
A
Imagine-
single guy or a woman alone. It's just always like the same
Yeah,
copy.
but imagine a good
Yes.
character.
They did that with Hush, I think. I think Hush.
Hush was
a
a
good one.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hush was great.
And
A
Get
great
Out.
exception.
Get Out?
Yeah, Get Out.
Mhm.
Yeah, those.
Well, there's character development.
Yeah, it's people that
It's
were
not just
actual
generic
people.
family.
And it's like I feel like the reason why they did that is so they could, like, as an audience member, you can justify people dying because it's like, oh, they did something really stupid and now they're dying for it, so now I don't feel bad about them dying. So now I'm like happy with the movie still. They died because they did.
But I
this.
think, yeah,
But it's like, but
good,
I want to
but
see people like this.
I want to have an attachment to that person, and then they die
and
off
have
so
people that
easily.
have done everything that they could to survive and still end up dying. That's terrifying.
Yeah, like
'Cause
what-
it's like
yeah.
it means that no matter what you do, because you know, you imagine yourself in that situation. It's like, oh, I just leave as soon as the fucking weird people start doing stuff. I just leave. But it's
nah.
like if that person does exactly what you would do and still dies.
It's like he
and
leaves,
still-
and as
Yeah.
soon as he walks out the door, his head gets
yeah,
chopped
there's
off.
like,
It's that'd be me.
reasons why they're there, there's reasons why they can't leave. Like they have to think about that stuff instead of just copping out and making everyone an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
it's just easy. It's lazy, right?
All right, Joseph Dancy.
I forgot what I said
Gotta write us
before.
some
Yeah.
horror.
We were
a
talking
horror
about
script.
I
Host.
forget the name. No, not the host. It was before that.
Seance.
It's coming.
No, I'm trying to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna look up the name of that one.
Yeah.
I forgot what that one was called. No, Get Out was good too because like, I don't know, like you like the family at first.
Yeah.
I fucking hated.
I
the
never
dad.
liked the
I
family.
hated
Yeah.
the fucking dad. The second he was like, my man, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
beat your ass. I was like, hey,
Oh yeah.
hey, man.
No, especially that whole family. They are supposed to be villains right off the bat. Like when
Yeah.
you meet them, you know that they're just, but you don't know the extent of it. And I think
Mhm.
that's the scary part, where you're just like, oh, this is just some fucking like ignorant pieces of shit. It's just people that don't know shit. They don't know better. Whatever. They're just assholes. And then it's like, oh no, it goes much deeper. Like these people are just
They're just
fucking
racist.
Yeah, these are
Oh.
racist. These are awful
Yeah.
fucking people.
Okay, it's called It Follows. That's what it was
It
called.
Oh, is that,
Okay.
is that the sexually transmitted disease one?
Yeah, that's like that's like a
Yeah.
reference to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the concept of the movie is like there's this thing that like follows people. You can't like you just can't let it get too close to you. So essentially, like, you never know what's following you, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it could be somebody just, like, walking down the street, and, like, you, like, look back, and you're like, I don't know. Like, is that following me? But then, like, it's just, like, walking. Like, it just walks with, like, such purpose at you. So, like, the girl's, like, at school one day.
That shit.
And then she's, like, just writing her test. And, like, you know, she, like, looks up, and there's this lady in, like, a dress just, like, walking towards her. And it keeps walking and walking and walking and walking. And then she's, like, getting on. It's, like, it's unsettling at a point, right? And then, like, shit just starts to get kind of weird. Like, the lights start flickering. And then she, like, leaves the classroom because you can kind of sense this, like, you know, like, she's gonna die.
It's fight or flight. It's like, oh, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, and then, like, there's one where they're at the beach, and you don't even... it gets you because you're sitting there, and this girl just comes up from out of the woods. And then you're like, where'd that girl come from? And then you're like, wait a minute. And then, like, Kate just gets grabbed and thrown out of the fucking chair. And then you're like, oh, shit. And, like, these things, like, let it get too close to them. So, like, that's, like, how that whole movie, like, just, like, flows. And you're like, there's, like, one where, like, the dude you can, like, pass it on to people when you have sex with them. You pass it on to it. That's why it's, like, a reference to, like, a sexually I think it's, like, a reference to, like, gonorrhea or something like that. So, like, every time they have sex, they can give it to somebody else, right?
What if it's herpes, but it kills?
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
There
was... yeah.
Unidentified.
There's one where, like, the dude's like, oh, I haven't seen it in, like, 3 or 4 days. And then, like, it just, like, walks up to his house, knocks on the door, no answer, breaks the window and walks upstairs and kills him. Damn. And then the girl tries to, like, save him, and then, like, it turns into, like, a guy, and then it walks out the door and it starts following her, and then she just, like, drive away and shit like that. It's, like, it's really good because it's, like, the concept of it's really, like, smart.
Yeah.
And because it, like, just, like, follows, like, you never know what you're going to get from it, and it's, like, it actually can give you some pretty good scares. So I like that one. That was a good one.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I really liked the first Paranormal Activity. Like, when it first came out.
I love the style.
So
the style.
Yeah, it was just so... It's... They filmed it in a way that was supposed to be, like, raw footage. Same thing, I think, inspired by Blair Witch. Yeah. And they did a really good job with it, where when I watched it for the first time, I was terrified.
Yeah, I watched it in theaters.
What the
Spooked
fuck?
me out.
And it's literally just like...
Scared the fuck out of me.
You have someone behind a door, and then you have that person slam the door. And it's like, it's stuff that you can do on a budget of, like, I don't know, $500.
Yeah.
$5 yeah, like that. And it's like, it was just so.
How long is a 20-foot fishing line? Yeah,
exactly,
I get that shit on that, bro.
We just need that a couple times, man.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, we shot our own horror movie a couple times, and, like,
I remember you guys were shooting even, like, the pizza delivery stuff.
We did stupid shit, but, like,
yeah, that shit was funny.
That shit was fun. And it's fun to make.
Yeah.
It's hard to write horror movies.
Absolutely. Especially like a good one. I think it's really hard. You need
that's
a
your
solid
job now,
idea.
Joseph.
Yeah.
I was thinking about writing a horror movie in like almost like an old time mining shaft where like you hear miners almost like picking and stuff like that. And just
that's called the Skeleton Key, bro. That's already been written, bro. It's a book, man.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a book that you watch videos along with.
Fuck.
Back in the day. You read that.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's about this dredge. It's like a dredging sound and like this old like mining town.
Fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Old mine. That's like, what is that? Fucking Silent Hill.
See,
same
bro,
concept too as well.
Yeah,
that's the same idea.
How about this, Joseph? Before you start writing some movies, how about you watch a few of the big ones?
Hey, I can still say the original ideas if I never seen the movie. Okay, that's my whole thing. I don't watch shit so I can feel like this is original. Man.
Hey man, I thought about this, bro. I didn't know that everybody else was thinking about this shit too.
What you talking about?
Man, you got influence.
I ain't never watched this movie.
You got influence from other things in pop culture.
I never watched this movie. Nah.
Either way, you must write. How about you write a low-budget self-care Sunday horror?
Let's fucking do it. That'd
film.
be fun. I feel like that'd be kind of easy to do.
That's what I'm saying. It's very easy.
You just have to pin yourself and really like, what's like the worst situation that you could really be.
It doesn't even have to be scary. It doesn't have to be scary.
It's
like
gotta be relatable,
it could just be
something that people.
It could be
psychological.
Think of like, it doesn't have to be a ghost. It doesn't have to be a killer. It could be like that movie he was talking about where you're just in a fucking horrible situation.
Like what was the one that we always hate, the Visitors or whatever, where those people,
the Strangers. Yeah,
the Strangers.
Subtle
like shit like that, because it's like it's real to you, right? It's like very real. It's like that movie is on everybody's top 10 horror list because it's just like
because nobody wants to be fucking followed and invaded and stalked and then killed.
Yeah,
like the way that they do it is so. There's not a moment in that movie where you're just Like
you're settled.
Yeah,
there's no like you don't
settled.
feel comfortable. Like there's no plot
from the beginning. Even when they're like all lovey-dovey, you're just like
it just feels wrong.
And then he leaves her. I'm like, you never leave your woman.
There's a lot of moments in it where it's just like there's not a sec. Or if you've ever watched Gerald's Game, which is like there's a lot of Stephen King movies that have been made readapted. That's really well done because that's where like her partner dies of a heart attack and she's essentially stuck in these handcuffs, and that's like a real fear. Like
is that the?
Who is it?
I didn't watch it.
No, but the lady that kind of like the older version.
I was
kind
just
of
thinking about the
Fox,
situation, and that's not a good situation to be in.
But like she's chained to this bed. Her husband dies, and there's this wild dog that's eating her husband. So then it's just like she starts to play in her mind. Like it's like two versions, like her and then her husband, who's in her brain, and it's just like this crazy movie. That's a really well done movie because then there's like a moment in it where like there's somebody else there, and then you don't know if it's real or fake, and then it's like it could be fucking with you, and like that movie was a good movie too.
I like psychological.
There's a lot of good like the Stephen King ones are always they're well
That's
written,
he
but
locked himself in a basement his whole life.
No, it's because he did fucking so much drugs all at once, and then was like, let me write all these fucking fucked up situations. It's like fucked. It's probably one of the fucked up books you'll ever read. Like it's just fucked.
I've never read any of them.
It like the first
Stephen
half
King
of it
out there.
ends with like a child orgy.
Yeah.
Like in the book.
That's what people were talking about, the difference of the movie where they're like they have that whole scene where the two people kiss and it's like no, in that scene all the kids have like an orgy. Like, they just start fucking each other.
But they're like 6.
Yeah, no, they're like 8, 12, 13, 16. Yeah, they
the kids in the movie are like
I know. Obviously, they couldn't shoot it. Obviously, they couldn't shoot
I'm just saying, but like
that's fucked up.
It was just a weird.
That's why I ain't read them books, bro. They got some fucked up shit.
Sometimes I trust the studio.
They make good decisions sometimes, bro. They make good decisions.
Sometimes the studio make the best decision. I gotta say.
But you should watch like those. I mean, you could watch like I feel like that's the thing.
I'm in the phase. I'm watching with my girlfriend's never watched a single movie in her life, like Joseph. So we're going through and watching all the good movies. We just finished a bunch of Christopher Nolan shit, Inception, Interstellar, all that.
That's the thing. Like Christopher Nolan's like
the best.
I don't know if he's a great writer, but I think he's
not a writer. He's
but he shoots them super well. Like he shoots it in super high def. Like the scores are really good, but like the plot sometimes is like alright. Like I guess this kind of
like
works.
Interstellar.
Yeah, I did like Interstellar.
You like him? You didn't like Interstellar?
I did like Interstellar.
You didn't watch it?
Yeah,
I did like Interstellar. I mean, that movie was like it was so well shot that like. That was a movie where like the black holes in it were almost
black hole was what you would see from
a real perspective if you actually were sitting in front of a black hole.
Well, hopefully, that's what I would think, right? Like
but that's what they were saying.
Telescopes and all that shit. From what I've seen of any image of a black hole, that's exactly what it looks like. A giant, because it's like there's like a gargantuan. They call it gargantuan. It's like a gargantuan-sized black hole, and there's the planet that they have to visit is right here. So here's the black hole. And then here's the planet like right here, and the other one's like over there, and
so they have to like,
and their whole mission is to like go and find a new planet, for humans,
colonization,
but like it's
interesting, and because like essentially it's like
psychological.
Yeah, they sent people already beforehand too, so they have to go check up on them, and then because of the black hole, it like. When they go to one planet, time warps. So they go to a planet, it's been like 10 years, and it felt like a few hours.
Because gravity affects time in a very heavy way. So if you're in a black hole, an hour in the movie, it's an hour there is like something like 7 years, Earth years.
Cool.
Yeah.
So they go there, their ship malfunctions, they're stuck there for like a couple hours, and
it's like 10 decades or something like that.
It's like 23 years that this guy's been waiting outside of the orbit on a spaceship just for them.
Yeah.
So it's like,
bruh.
When you think, when you watch the movie and like when you understand like certain things about space, it really
makes sense.
Then it fucks you up,
because
you're like, there's no way, and that's what there's no way we'd ever be able to make it like that.
Yeah,
I it seems so unrealistic. So then you have to like, about was the moon landing fake or was it real? No, because if you think about it, the technology that they had back in 1970, like they had less power than the phones in our pocket today.
You're not wrong.
And they're in a tin can, and they got all the way to the moon and back.
But does that,
which is fucking mind blowing to
but
think about.
The other
but
thing
is it that hard? Is it really that hard? That's the other thing. We don't know.
Yeah, it's like there's two things that like you have to like with like us going to the moon. There was like it was like pressure. Like there was two forms of pressure from us trying to beat them. Yeah. We're trying to essentially beat the Russians, and then like also it was like you don't have like environmental factors, right? Where like nowadays we're trying to make things as efficient as possible. There it was like, how can we just
dump
fucking,
as much fuel into this shit and
let's
burn
get
it.
fucking there regardless too as well. And like because we went to the moon, because we did all that shit, that's the reason our technology is advanced actually as far as it has, because we found different ways to do things.
Well, because we went to the moon, we found GPS satellites. We found this, there's a billion things that come from the extension of just space travel that led us to believe, oh, this is actually cool.
Yeah.
But all these things that we do, and you learn this in your science class, I believe in like
not even
grade
really
school, I believe, like elementary. It's like everything that's invented was for a scientific purpose first, or a military purpose first. Yeah. So the military and science, and we all know this, are decades ahead. Yeah. Technologically. So if that is the case, in 1970, makes sense. You're decades ahead. Should be able to fly, especially if now we have these phones and computers in our pockets. We advance so quickly. There's no way that even if we faked it then, that we faked it. We haven't gone now. Mm-hmm. And the amount of space junk that is orbiting around Earth right now, there's no way that we haven't sent, and we haven't at least tried to send some shit up there, because how the fuck else is there a bunch of man-made human things around Earth to the point where you literally can't even leave?
Well, if you had a catapult, because it's flat, obviously, so you can just shoot it straight up.
Just
catapult straight
you
up.
You don't even need the catapult.
Yeah, you shove it right up.
Right off the edge.
Because that's literally how the gravity works.
Right. Gravity goes like this, and then once you go off the edge, just continues down.
But like Interstellar too, the thing with Interstellar was like, if you know like the way like time, space, and gravity all work in three relative things. So like even if you think about like faster than light travel, like us even moving at the speed of light, the only way that's possible is either being extremely small and compacted, like actual
like
light,
an atom.
Yeah, or
like a quantum atom,
or moving space around you.
Yeah, you don't move. You literally pull everything
around you, and that like takes space and gravity to kind of work. So when he like, it was weird, obviously, like when he went into the black hole, and
that was because
it was strange because it was like it didn't explain the time aspect of it, and you could have missed the whole thing
because you have no idea.
Yeah,
well, and that's the thing, we have no idea. So that whole part was all obviously just a big fucking theory. We don't know anything. We only know that there is a force that we cannot identify, and it has a gravitational pull that is bigger than any sun, planet, whatever you want to call it, dependent on having like being this big or being this fucking big.
The density,
it doesn't matter. It's one of the fucking strongest pulls out there.
Yeah.
That, I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about.
We only have one picture that we've ever managed to get, and it's super blurry.
And that's it. That's all we have to go. Everything else is artist interpretation or just what we think. Like everything in space, every single thing in space. We have pictures, but these pictures are light added, color added. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's no like, I still to this day don't believe that you take a picture of space and a nebula and it's like
colorful.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would love for that. Yeah. That would be fucking beautiful and amazing, but that's not what I'm going to see with my naked eye because I can't perceive those colors. Yeah. Or what if there are colors, the rods and cones in my eyes are too stupid. They're too dumb. You know
the other thing too is like that's like light at different color waves moves differently, right? So you would get that color at different times, right? So like
exactly.
if like you took a photo of a nebula, it would take you like 8 years to take a full photo of it.
Well, even then, depending on all the shit, it'd take you fucking years and years. You're only seeing shit that's happened. That's how everything around us is old.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
you know what I mean?
Everything that's moving, like space is expanding. So like everything that we see now is like the last time we'll probably see it because.
You're seeing it probably depending on how far away it is, depending on the light years. You're seeing it,
perceiving it from a different time.
Yeah,
that could be a billion years ago. You're looking at.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like time catches, but I'm saying that like also space is expanding, like because everything around us is moving further and further away.
What is it expanding into?
It's just like getting bigger. Like everything's just moving.
I know. But what is it expanding into?
Nothing, just space.
But how?
Because it's just like gravity's pushing things away from each other.
I know.
But like that's what I mean.
Beyond. So where's the brink? So talk about theoretically, obviously. The end of it. You got to the end of all the blackness. On the other side is what? Just a big white screen, like just all like matrix white, like it's just expanding.
I feel like as long as there's time, there's space.
But
I don't think you can
space
without there being an end of time.
No.
Space is a constant.
You're saying that like if we went to the very end of like quantum space.
Look at me. I'm driving a big squiggle. Okay?
Yeah.
That's where we are. That's every universe, galaxy, everything in this big squiggly thing.
Yeah.
Where is it going?
Do you think there actually is like an end to space though? Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's so very hard to comprehend. Even what I'm saying is, space itself is expanding, and it will expand and keep growing, and it has ever since the Big Bang. It went boom, and then everything went and spread out.
Yeah,
and it's continued. If you look at it, dark matter is the night sky. Okay, that's why it's black. It's because it's all dark matter everywhere. There's different densities that create, and then like neutron stars will die and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
all this shit is happening, but it's all in this goo. We'll call it a goo because Earth is just sitting there. When you think we're in Jello, we're in a big Jello. But is that Jello in a bowl? Is that Jello in the fridge? Does that Jello hit a wall?
Are we going to?
Does that Jello go forever? Exactly. Well, that's what all I'm saying is does the Jello have
because I think of expand? I think of like you can compare the universe and the internet to the same thing. How big can the internet really be, quantitatively speaking? Like, can it get to a certain way? Can it only get? You know what I mean?
You're talking about quantum, then this goes for.
Yeah, and like that's the thing because it's like these two things that are like not real, but we physically exist in and have as like tools that we can use. It can keep getting bigger, right? Because like you have the web and then you have the deep web, but then you have things beyond the web that you can't even see, right? And that's like we're at like the web and the deep web, right? And we can see certain things, but like there are things so far that we can't see and we will never see again because the time that it would take from the light to travel from there to here, we would be dead, and it'd be generations and generations of people not even knowing.
It hasn't even existed yet. That's how long ago that's how long it's gonna take.
Yeah, exactly.
It happened maybe like 14 million years ago or whatever the fuck in the sky. But in about 1 million years, that's when 14 million will finally reach us.
Yeah, so even in that sense, and that's like the time desperation between that, right? Like you could probably see the light from the Big Bang. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you can. No, that's the thing. You can, and we can't. We haven't. But theoretically, you should be able to, if you have a large enough telescope, or if you can see, you literally are seeing the past. You're watching, the sun is 8 minutes behind. You're looking at the sun is over there. But you're looking at the sun is right there. The sun is really right there. You're looking at everything is bullshit. Like I can understand how some people. I know, but I can understand how some people, if you were to like indoctrinate them from young, they would believe that this whole world is fake or flat or whatever. Yeah. Because when you do break things down, you're looking at falsities constantly.
Yeah, I think it's just constant unknowns, right?
Yeah. Well, everything is perception. This is only like this could be all black, but I just see it as blue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm colorblind. Or I see red as green or whatever. It's all bullshit.
Even if you sped up your actual speed moving. Like as you get closer to the speed of light, you will start seeing the world differently.
Yeah, you'll see real
because that's what all these X-rays are. It's all light. It's just at a different spectrum,
and it's caught.
And we can't see certain spectrums, but moving closer to the speed of light, I think we can start to see like X-rays.
Yeah,
or not X-ray, or the like the heat one.
Yeah, but like
thermal,
even like
thermal,
but even then, your brain and your like the way that our eyes are designed, you can only see and perceive so much information.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like,
but I think like when you move at the speed of light, I think like I think the theory is like when you move at the speed of light, you're not. Time will move faster, but because you're moving at the same time, you will miss a lot of shit essentially. Or it's like when you're
not gonna look out the window and see like
it's like when you're running. It's like when you're running a race with somebody and you're tied with somebody. It's like you're running at the same speed, so you're not seeing.
You don't see them at all.
Exactly, you're kind of like walking at the same pace, so it's just like you're moving forward this direction. And like with like speed of light travel, you can only move in one direction. You don't like move in like internal. It's not like driving a car. You know what I mean? Like you can only go so fast and keep moving in one direction. So it's like, yeah, like sure, I could go the speed of light towards this nebula, and like when I get there, I'll see it in real time. But like when I'm moving there, I won't even see it. I think that's how it kind of works.
This is how it is if you
not
like,
to shoot down your
no,
idea,
but
like
if you were in a black hole, okay, so like Interstellar, and you were able to turn around, you'd watch the universe end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or like you'd watch the Earth disintegrate, or like however long it's taking you, you would see it instantaneously, and you'd watch it happen so fast. It's like it's being sped up.
Yeah.
That's what the theory is the way that time is perceived. But when they're looking at you, so if I went into a black hole, I'd watch you age, turn into bone, dust, and die in seconds.
Interesting.
But you would see me for your whole life in one...
Yeah.
It like just like frozen, like...
Because you'd be stuck there. Yeah, because you're basically in slow motion for me.
Forever.
Like trying to turn around, trying to get out of the black hole while you're sitting there the whole time. But it happens.
And I'm watching everything just that, and I'm already gone.
Yeah, you've
dead.
already made it back. But yeah.
Or I've get sucked into wherever the black hole puts me in another nebula or whatever the fucking, if it's a wormhole or whatever. But that shit is so interesting to me because that just, time is nothing. Time is bullshit. Like, it's relative, as they say, right? So
it can change so much versus
depending on just where you are. That's it.
And like that, just like that's why like gravity is always this new like constant, because gravity is only relative to how big you are.
Yeah,
we only recently discovered gravitational waves within the last, I believe, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that we've been looking for a long time, and Einstein predicted that these things were real. So it proved that another thing that he was right about. But these waves, they literally go throughout the entire universe. And it's gravity. Yeah. So it's like an earthquake in space. So we'll feel it. Like on Earth, we have 2 mirrors, I believe, on the opposite sides of the Earth, and you'll feel them. They'll read them, and they'll slightly shift or shake or move.
Like the gravitational poles? Like, oh, yeah.
And it'll move them, and that's how they're able to detect. That's how we were able to first detect that these were even happening. But it's because it only happens when massive things happen, like 2 black holes will collide and explode, or stars will burn. Like huge things are happening billions of years away, but we still feel it. Yeah, I don't know if it's
because it's like
time. I don't know how gravity moves. I don't know if gravity.
Yeah, because they explain it. They explain it like you know how like you have like a sheet, and like when you put a ball in it, like the whole sheet will move down. That's essentially how they like perceive gravity in space.
Well,
so like
that's how they display it to you on a 2D.
Yeah, so like if you have like a multitude of things, if like 2 things collide into each other, it's gonna cause a ripple throughout it. Exactly. It's like ocean waves and shit like that. Like that's kind of how it works.
They make space a 2D thing. But
it's like 2D but 3D.
Yeah, they make a grid, and they'll put the planet on it. Like Malcom said, it'll dip. And the planet will sit here and the lower, like you'll see a black hole will be like a massive dip, and a planet will be like a small dip, and a sun will be a bigger dip or whatever. and like that shit, it confused you. I remember, because we had that conversation about something, because the way that it was like gridded out fucked you up, right? Did we have that conversation?
Kind of, yeah.
What did we talk about? Do you remember?
Not exactly.
It was some shit about the grid, but like obviously that's not how space functions.
Yeah, like, so, obviously, it's not how it is, but like
no, but like that has fucked up even me when I was like trying to like learn or just trying to perceive what the shit is, because it's too simplistic. Because that's not how it works.
Yeah, it's more basic.
Yeah, but it's like a. It's like to me, it makes.
You were saying like I'm sorry to cut you off. But it was like if you were to go by it, you would go down or something. Right? Like, what do you remember what you were saying? Because it was interesting. Like, it made perfect sense, but it was just.
Like, are you saying that like the size of you would cause you to weigh down further in it? Because you have to like think about it less of like in space, like we're floating in space, right? So like there is no like up or down really. Like space to us relatively is kind of like that. Essentially, it's flat. So like I said, the bed sheets like to me makes the most sense because like if you put a small marble in the bed sheet, it's only going to make a little like indentation. Yeah. It is going to always make an indentation. And it's always relative to the size of you, and that's the level of indentation it's like going to make into it, right? It's not like you're not making a gravitational difference, right? If we collided into Mars, we would cause gravitational movement, right? And Jupiter would feel it, Mercury would feel it, Venus would feel it, all of this, everything around us would feel it.
Shift orbits, maybe.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like that to me makes the most sense because it's like a ripple effect that happens to it. So like to me, like gravity is gonna obviously work around us and like both like on the top and the bottom scale, so it makes sense that it would move throughout it in every direction.
Collapse in the middle just by sheet, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But like it's like even if you think about it on like a galactic scale, right? The size of our marble is like next to nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, and like even like the sun, like our galaxy literally probably weighs so much more.
Think about it.
But in a way, like there's something else even pulling us further.
No, but that's the thing. The galaxy is so much, but the one black hole is like 30,000 times the galaxy in one.
Yeah, because they say that like the middle of a galaxy is like essentially a black hole. It's like a giant black hole that like stars are essentially rotating around.
Every galaxy has a black hole at the center.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the
consensus
that has been come to from scientists is like that's the only thing that makes sense that could keep everything
so condensed
together like
in
that.
One spot.
Everything is
like
in this
tension enough
to make a galaxy.
Everything's still almost moving in the same way that everything's standing still.
It's like this gravitational pull from this black hole is enough for this boundary. And this one's enough for this boundary. And then when galaxies collide, it actually is a fucking phenomenal and crazy thing because it's two black holes essentially with gigantic poles hitting each other, and then the whole universe explodes.
Yeah, I don't get never gravity.
Happens. Gravity doesn't make any sense. We still don't understand
gravity. Gravity is like it's a new thing because it's like because like it's what they're using to kind of like concept of like how to move faster than light. Essentially,
you literally have to make gravity. And the only way that like we could ever do, and the reason that we haven't done, we don't know how to make artificial gravity.
Yeah.
Like we don't know the right way to sustain it, and the only way that really makes sense is the Interstellar thing where it was like spinning constantly.
Yeah, it's
but
giant,
even then,
it's mass, right? You need huge things
centrifugal
of mass
force
to sustain the little bits of mass.
Exactly. Yeah, because that's how we understand gravity on our planet, right? Because we rotate, so we're like, okay, we're moving so fast that it's forcing us on the ground too. But Earth also has a magnetic core, which also pulls us in. So it's like there's a lot of like factors that
we have to
make
wear
into
fucking metal suits all day and we'll like walk around the fucking cockpit.
Exactly.
Yeah. You have questions about gravity?
No, it's just very. It's like if you're in a spaceship, floating in space, and because I think Earth's gravity is like 9.81 meters squared. If you're in a spaceship and you apply that exact force like up and you're standing, it will feel exactly like Earth. So it's the same word, but I don't get how like it treats everything so equally.
Yeah,
like
to the number value kind of thing. Yeah,
like you've heard the thing how in
Bowling
a vacuum
ball.
chamber you drop a feather and a bowling ball and they will drop at the exact same speed. Gravity, which is fucking doesn't make sense.
So wait.
Wait, in a vacuum?
No, I know that.
Like in like a free fall chamber with no other elements, wind or like what is it, air reduction?
Yeah.
Oh.
On it.
They'll both just.
Yeah,
that never made any sense to me, but nothing makes sense to me.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not even like, I don't know. I feel like that's not even right either because like, it's not like, gravity is like, it's like a force it's a force that pulls you down and it just has like a metric of like, this is how much it's pulling you down. But it's also relative to like weight too because like that's what like mass is, right? So like things fall faster because of their mass.
No, but that is true. What are you saying is true. You never seen that?
I think I have, but like, I don't know. I think to my brain that I guess it's the same thing. Like, it never made sense to me. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me because it's like
because it makes no goddamn sense, but it's real. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. You see these. Obviously, a bowling ball should, with the weight that it has, fall faster than a feather.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like every planet has a different gravity.
Yeah,
too,
every
right?
single one.
And you weigh yourself on another planet, you'll
weigh different.
weight
You'll be taller here. You'll be shorter
because
here.
our scales just account for Earth's gravity.
Mm.
When you get into anything in terms of leaving Earth and trying to comprehend laws of physics, gravity, any of that shit, you can't apply anything you know.
Yeah, because it means nothing.
Because it means absolute zero.
Well, think about driving from here to California. You can think of it, but until you actually like drive it, you won't like fully comprehend how big that is.
Yeah.
So trying to comprehend these distances in space, like even getting to the edge of our like solar system, I like struggle
Pluto.
to like fully like comprehend how massive and how big.
How long
this
did it
shit
take that satellite
The
for them
satellite
to get to the edge? It took them like
70
50 years.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like almost now. It's been a while.
It's now
It's past our
past
solar
our
system
solar
now,
system out.
and they've lost contact
Yeah.
with it at this point, right?
That's
They'll never make contact with it
And
again.
it's just literally.
gone.
We don't even know if it's still projecting out. It was before.
No,
left.
it is. It still is because they had the last
Yeah, it was,
transmission
right
like 2
before
or
it
3
left.
years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, or like 4 or 5 now, I guess.
Bro,
But
do you imagine that's why we fucking get killed because we're playing Earth's sounds?
Something gets like sent.
The
out
sounds
there,
of
and
Earth?
Like,
No,
where the fuck is
because-
coming from?
but they also sent that golden
Yo,
record too.
Malcom?
Yeah, no, the sounds of that's what it's playing. It's playing. It's literally
Oh,
broadcasting.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's
sounds
that
of
one, but
Earth.
there was a recent one too that they
really?
uh,
Oh yeah, no.
Is it just
That
like
one went
pop
past. They
radio
recently
that
went
was
past.
playing?
It's
Tim
no, it's
Biebs.
literally
No,
It's literally
fly
weird.
me to the moon.
No, it's I'd love that. It's literally weird shit. It's like crowds, wind, like it's like the sounds of Earth.
Ambient
Yeah, it's like
sound,
it's like a human
Human
experience
experience.
essentially.
Weird.
And then there's like a handful of songs that are on
there's a
it.
few
Like
songs
it's
that were picked.
fucking stupid.
It's really dumb.
It is really stupid because like that. I mean, that wouldn't.
That
probably,
is a literal like here. Let me just put our space coordinates on this as well. May as well just come and blow up the planet.
Yeah.
As you can see, we are obviously intelligent as well, and one day we may become your enemies. So,
Yeah.
but to me, it's just I don't know if there was a developed colony, they wouldn't fuck with us. We can't even get out to the moon. Me and you can't go out and fly to the moon.
Yeah.
It's right there. You see it every night.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even look like a star.
It takes 3 days to get there.
It is gigantic. That's
all
the
it
problem.
takes.
That's what I mean. If there was like a super seated,
But that's the thing. Like,
they look at us like we're still monkeys, or even then just rocks.
yeah, because that's how they always like plane
no
it. is-
intelligent life here.
Well, maybe from where they're seeing it, it's also the passage of light and time, so we're already dead to them.
Yeah.
We're not even alive.
We haven't
We're
even.
still
We just
dinosaurs.
evolved. Yeah.
If you really think about it, if they're looking at it how we're looking at it, then yeah, they're seeing dinosaurs.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing.
They're seeing the Earth is a fireball. They're seeing that the Earth isn't even the Earth. They're not gonna see that the Earth is the Earth for another, depending on how far they are, million, billion years.
And that's the thing. Like, if another intelligent
thought of that? I'm sorry. Hold on. Has anybody ever fucking thought of that one? Because Jesus Christ, everybody's out here like, whoa, whatever.
Yeah, but like if a civilization is at the same level as us.
No, but if they're at this, then yeah, that's exactly. They're gonna see nothing. Exactly.
That's what I mean. Like, so like. That's not, like, to me, that's not an intelligent civilization. Like, that's no different than us.
But even then, like, if you were able to, like, if you were able to traverse space or whatever, do all these things, you can't reverse the time that you're seeing through light. Like, maybe you can. You know, I'm not, like,
yeah.
I'm gonna say, how the fuck are you, or speed it up. Like, if the light is only just reaching you, because space is space. Mm-hmm. Regardless of if you are smart or whatever, you can only work with what you have here.
You would
in space.
have to like speed up.
You'd have to speed up the light.
Gravity and weight doesn't affect you.
Exactly. Well,
no, or you're able to master those two things. So if you can manipulate
light speed, you'd have to be able to control the speed of light.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Moving at the speed of light, and that's what I mean. Like if a species
not even you moving. You have to move light.
To like see it
to where you could see in real time.
Mm-hmm.
You aren't moving. Light has to come to you because everything is light bouncing off your eyes or whatever, however you perceive it. Your alien, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just gonna see a fucking red fireball or a big fucking ice age. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, you're not gonna see anything unless you're actually able to speed the shit up. So nobody's looking for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like that's the other thing too is if something is above us, you know what I mean, as far as like a species is intelligent, like it's already found us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's visited us, and it constantly probably visits us often to see what goes. And that's like the difference is because when you were talking about like light moving towards you, like that's how you counteract that. It's like you have something physically in that space at that time constantly watching it, right? Because like even if you like think about like if there's one super hyper intelligent species and it runs everything in our galaxy, and they can travel, move between every arm, and it watches multiple species evolve and get to an apex level, like they could eliminate them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, before they even reach that, they just
even think about the level of technology civilization would have to be to just to like have space travel outside of their own solar system.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like. Level of technology for navigation to be able to like map out this in a whole 3D realm.
Here, there's this. You can't even see. Turn your fucking headlights on in space.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Exactly.
It's like cut off communications with like a submarine down in the dark and stuff, where like you unsure where up is up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like at least on Earth, you have your compasses, your north and stuff.
In space, that's why I say that this is so deceiving. This plain grid.
Mm-hmm.
Space is fucking. You don't have a direction.
Yeah,
there's no forward. There's no backwards. There's no left or right. It's literally 360 all the time. So like, we don't even know how to map that.
Yeah, and like that's what I mean. Like. That example is only, like, to me, like, it only makes sense in the form of gravity. But, like, if you're moving throughout space, like, I just think of that, as, like, what the gravity is you're moving around you to, right?
Think about Interstellar, going back to that, since it started this whole thing.
Yeah.
The way that movie goes, sorry to spoilers, but,
he wasn't going to watch it anyway.
Yeah, no, he wasn't going to watch it. He gets put in, he goes through the black hole, he gets put into another dimension, the fourth dimension, which is time, right?
Yeah.
He says that he believes that was humans that put him in that dimension, a higher being or a higher level of humans,
a future time,
because he learned what gravity was. He solved they had every single piece except for what happened inside the black hole, and he was able to communicate whatever the fuck it was because he
taught his daughter how to do
all the shit and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So then, that he was the kickstart for that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the reason that there is even a higher level of humans to be able to put him in there.
Yeah.
So they were able to exactly where it's a loop. Like he started it exactly, but he literally had no control to start it.
Yeah.
It was literally the future that he kickstarted him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only to kickstart itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Sorry. I was just wondering in real life.
Okay, hold on. Just remember this for 1 second. Just so I can finish it. Those beings are the beings. They're hired. They are the fifth. They're in the fifth dimension. If you're a human that surpassed, or a being, like a interstellar being that surpassed it, and you can put someone in a fucking dimension, you've made it to the point where you don't even travel. You are everywhere. Mm-hmm. You're an omniscient being. You're literally like a god. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So there must be something like that. But sorry to go with what you're saying. That's where when you're moving. But
yeah.
Do that time dimension. I'm just wondering, in real life, are there any actual, like, real life paradoxes? Mm-hmm. Not, like, philosophical. Like, any. Like, we have unstoppable force meets a movable object. Do we have any, like, in real life that we've had, like, evidence of?
Someone look it up.
Do we have real life paradoxes?
Yeah, like a real life paradox.
Like, evidence of.
Because it's like, even in Inception is
like, that was like a, like you could easily misgrab that, like, because like you like, it's so weird because it's like
it's such a weird way that it's a tesseract. That's how they built it, and it's literally him looking at his daughter's room, like a infinity times of her doing, like, you know, everything in this room for some reason, and like he couldn't understand why. And then it got to the point where he was like, like this was I'm the ghost, because there's this ghost that was like fucking with them the whole time from this bookshelf, and it was like dropping books, and it was sending messages, like, and it was him the whole time. So literally that, like, and if you don't pay attention to the dialogue in that moment of him being in the black hole, you'll miss what I just said about it being humans. Yeah. Because he's literally talking to this robot that falls in the black hole with him, and he like gets a radio signal from him out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, I'm still alive too." Like the robot's like, "I'm good," and he's like, "I'm here. They put us here." He's like, "This was us." Like he's like, "This is us. This is us. We put us here." And he only says it once, and it's like for like a few seconds, and then it just goes into him like trying to figure it out. But that like kind of was the missing key for that to all make sense to me. Because even like you watched that, you didn't like it. You didn't, the book shelf, all that shit. I was the same way when I first watched. It didn't really make sense. But watching it for, I think this is the third or fourth time that I've watched it,
I think it just like opened up so many ends.
Can I have it?
Oh yeah. Because like, just like when you start thinking about that like paradox, like when you go from the future and like alter the past. Yeah. It's like, so
but that's
where
when
did
it's you? See what I'm saying?
Where did it even start? Was there always one timeline until you finally broke out, and then now all of a sudden there's two timelines? Or in this tesseract, is there kind of like memories and like histories from like multiple realities? Because like there was an original start before where he wasn't.
There has to be. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, and that just kind of goes more into like string theory. Yeah, there's not a lot.
No, there isn't, right?
Not really. Like, they're all really stupid. Yeah. There's a mathematical one, just like the Russell's paradox, where it's like, each one, like, you make a mathematical,
some shit.
It's like, just like where, like, an equation will equal a contradiction. So, like, this can't equal this because it's a contradiction, but that's the only way to solve this puzzle or whatever. There's like it's like, I don't know. Somebody who's like, some people who can't be trusted. Like, that's like a fucking paradox. Like, I don't know. Damn. There's nothing. They're never, like, paradoxes are like, I think in nature they're like philosophical because like you can't create a paradox. Like, there's no way.
There is no physical paradox.
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way you could make one. Like, the grandfather paradox is like the biggest one, where you go into a time machine, you become your own grandpa, and then you know what I mean. And the only way for you to exist is for you to sleep with the grandma, but then you end up being your own grandfather, and it's just like this weird paradox.
But then is that really you that's born?
Yeah, it is, because you still exist.
And that person's.
But like, you're also your own grandfather.
But that doesn't make any sense to me, because it's a whole different DNA. And it's the semen, and it's the DNA of her.
But it's your DNA regardless.
DNA is you, huh?
But you have your grandma's trait, but you also have your grandfather's traits, so it's the same DNA set.
It's the traits that would have been passed over anyway, but you have his recessive traits also. So what if those recessive traits went through? That's a situation where I feel like
just
genetics.
die.
Well, yeah, obviously, like, you'll just explode. I feel like, but like genetics wouldn't allow it to be the same. Like you wouldn't then, like, you know how it's like, whoa, I'm drifting back into my body. Like you're stuck there. You are living with your grandmother. Oh, that's your wife.
No, you don't.
Yeah. But then
you'll never see you.
But the question becomes:
is that you?
But that has always. But how do you know that didn't happen before?
Well, I asked that.
That's
about
what I mean.
A billion things all day, every day.
It's like, this has already happened, so that means that this is exactly the same thing.
And we were talking about that a few days ago at Rochelle's house, because I said I think life is a big circle. Mm-hmm. Big cycle. Everything has already happened. There's a billion, like, it's, or like this.
Is
if
that
you think about
déjà vu is? Just like
that's why I said it. Well, that's why I said it. Think about life.
Oh,
like,
wait, I explained it completely wrong.
That's okay.
I was thinking of the Futurama episode where he becomes his own grandpa.
That's where I was going.
And the real grandfather paradox is: I'm born, I create a time machine, go into the past, kill my grandfather. My father is not born. I am not born. I don't create the time machine. I can't go into the past. My grandfather is alive. My father is born, and then I'm born, which then creates a paradox, because it's the same loop over and over. Because if you kill your grandfather, you can't exist. But if you don't exist, and you could have never gone back to kill your grandfather, so your grandfather's alive. Yeah. That's one. That
makes no sense.
Mine was also right sense. Though, because it was in Futurama.
I like yours though. But
you became your own grandfather.
But you would.
You would be your own
But you
grandfather.
wouldn't be your grandfather. You'd just be a grandfather now.
Yeah, you would just be the seed that
you would just be a father.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man. Any other paradoxes before we end this shit?
I can find it. It's another good one.
You guys have something to say?
Mantis.
I don't think time travel or manipulation has been reached by humans.
Yeah.
Maybe another species, but I feel like, I don't know, just the moment it's created, the past has it.
Yeah.
There'll be some routes of it that just go into the past, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, as soon as someone travels back to the past, say if someone in the future that is, you know, I don't know, 2,000 years in the future gets time travel and then comes back to our time, we'll have it now because they came back with that technology. And so
that's only if they share that technology.
Yeah. But if they reach it, they're going to use it at some point, right? And so it's like, are they going to come back now? Are they going to come back like 2,000 years from now, where they've started like 800,000 years from now?
So you're saying like we're not gonna have it, but it will be.
I don't think we're gonna if we don't have it now, I don't think we're gonna have it, to be honest.
Ever?
Yeah. I think if we had it now, it would be accessible to us now through the travel of time already.
Do you think that way too?
The future would always come back.
And like, especially
what
the way you look at the way you
what if
like
it's tomorrow.
If we were that advanced to like have time manipulation, obviously our like medicine, our like ozone clean and stuff would be so much better.
Well, no, you would just be able to go back in time. It's like, oh, hey, it's too late for this cancer we found. You gotta.
But then, but that's the thing. Like, if you have created time travel and you go back in time, and then you give them time travel, that changes everything in the future. So
then that
let's
never
say
happened.
That's what I mean. It creates a paradox, which is why if we time travel, we would never be able to tell us that we could time. Like if I was a time traveler and we were all scientists, and
that's
like
what I'm saying.
We were trying to unlock, like I could never tell you, because I'm from the future, and if I tell you that it's going to change everything in the future,
I don't even think it's like a matter of like telling.
It's just you being being there now.
Yeah,
the
just
matter,
you being like you're opening up this into.
Well, think about it.
Open up this path that can't be closed.
Everything
now.
is matter. Matter cannot be created or destroyed. Right? It's just transferred.
Yeah.
So you have literally created matter that should be transferred. You understand what I'm saying? You put matter in somewhere. Now it's extra matter.
Yeah, like it creates an imbalance.
It's gonna change something. Even if you don't realize it, it's literally might cause a cataclysm. Fucking 10 billion years away. That's causing fucking shit.
Like a butterfly effect.
Yeah,
almost.
Man.
Yeah.
So like,
in a way, but like, really and truly, like time travel isn't really like. It's not like you're creating matter. It's really transferring.
You're not. You're transferring it, but like. But
you see it as like
if you exist, like let's say you go to a time when you're alive, and you see yourself walking down the street, how is that a transfer, right?
It's still technically a transfer through time, because later on in time that same part will transfer back, and so it'll keep transferring and cycling. But
it's like it creates. It's like
if you time travel, do you die?
What do you mean?
Like
if you never died, like let's say you got to the point where you time traveled. Right, like so you get it, boom, boom, boom,
and then you
kind of thing. Because not like consciously, but you're not dying because you're just resetting yourself. Not resetting yourself, but
because I don't think you're taking on your.
You've never. No, you're not. I'm not saying that you're gonna transfer and be like in yourself, but you're never gonna reach a point where you aged out,
like
because you've always just disappeared.
No, but like you have to treat it like. Think about like Doctor Who. Doctor Who's in time travel. He can constantly move forward and further. Yeah. I think that like the concept of death, in the sense of we would miss out on things. I think that would like be less. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to like describe it, but like you wouldn't be as worried because like your time would be so finite, right? Like you can only live within a certain definitive amount of time, right? And like sometimes it's 20, sometimes whatever, right? But as opposed to being like. I can time travel, so I don't have to live within 150 years, 100 years, or whatever my lifespan. I can move to 200 years in the future. You would die. You would physically die eventually.
Right, but you could keep moving yourself.
But you could keep moving forward and forward and forward. But like, the thing is like time.
A million years, but you would still live a lifetime of.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's like a relativity thing. I think though with like time travel, it's like. There's a lot of like string theory in it where it's like there's a lot of like multiple timelines and stuff like that.
And quantum mechanics where it's like things exist and don't exist at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like it'll be here and be gone, or you'll see it there and there, or like you know what I'm saying? Like quantum mechanics is unfathomable. You can't really
and like I think that
even
like
when you understand it.
And like that's the thing kind of too with like time travel is just like you're just jumping. You're in like a I mean with it like or like with like string theory too. It's just like you're in one definitive time. It's when I think you start to move between time timelines in a sense where like maybe you die in a different timeline, but like let's say you move to that timeline and then all of a sudden somebody sees you. That's gonna change everything in that timeline. That would change everything in that timeline because that timeline would no longer exist. It'd have to build an entire new one. So then like that's when I think it would start to fuck it up a little bit more. I think that like if we could time travel and you could go back 15 years and you did nothing, I don't think it would do anything really that much. You know what I mean? I feel like it would like. You know, maybe one extra leaf would fall. You know what I mean? I'm not too. You don't really understand. Like, it's hard to describe like what the actual weight of you moving between physical time could actually be. It could change things. It could do nothing to it.
Ripping fucking space, it could make nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And so like that's where it's kind of like really weird. Like to me, it makes more sense in like if you were moving like definitive times and like if you were in a whole different timeline where like humanity was like 2,000 years ahead and you time traveled to like that time zone, and then all of a sudden it's like wait. You shouldn't be here because now you're gonna fuck up all the time, and then you know all the string theories get fucked. You know what I mean? Like shit gets like really like deep and complex and stuff like that.
Ball of yarn over here.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I think that like in time travel, like moving forward and backward in time would be weird. I also feel like moving forward in time wouldn't like exist. You know what I mean? I feel like you couldn't really move forward in time because like
it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist in time.
No, but like.
But that's what they say is that's the only way that you could time travel. Is forward. You can't you can't go backwards.
Interesting.
If you were going to time travel, and the only way to time travel, sorry, I can't speak, is space.
Yeah.
Like, theoretically, if you have, like, future version of me gets time travel and jumps back into an alley, I see him out of the corner of my eye, go and, like, mug future me, take his time travel, I should be able to jump back.
Right back into
his future.
And take his place. But you'll be young.
Right.
So if he's 30
I'll
years
be young,
older than you, he'll jump back. It's like Looper. You guys watch Looper?
Yeah.
I never watched that movie. But I saw the trailer, so I kind of understand.
I don't know if it's like...
But, like, yeah, swapping positions where, like, 30-year-old you is in the past where, like, you don't have the technology to advance forward, but yet future you, past you is in the future.
But doesn't understand anything about this.
Exactly. So then it creates this sort of... Yeah, that's another,
That's
like,
a balance.
paradox.
I feel like that's a balance.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like swapping like that is a balance.
No,
because
that
like
would...
existing at the same time is not... I'm speaking in terms of matter and of, like... Just like on that like whole thing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's like wait.
With knowledge, and now you have technology without.
I'm talking
in
about
like
just the
physical
like,
things
physical
being there.
space being there, like it's the same matter, but it's just.
Yeah, I think though, like
I feel
that
like
would make sense in like what you're saying.
Yeah,
that would
like
make perfect sense.
Because that's the only reason I feel like anything bad would happen. There's a rip or like a space-time rip or like any of that shit only would happen if matter was manipulated. You know, because why else would the forces get fucked up like on that level? If anything, someone should just die, or you know what I'm saying, someone shouldn't be born, or like that should be the thing. But they say that it could like cause fucking rips in space-time and fuck shit up and blah blah.
Yeah, like
only
that
because of that unofficial transfer. If we're both here, I just don't think
that would make sense. Yeah, that makes sense too. But like, I think though, if like you swap places with yourself, your life would take this like it would be like a string thing where you would create a new reality that never was supposed to exist because like the past you is almost like
the past you's living his life out
is at the bottom versus like the you that was down. It's like almost like you have to look at it like a slant, right? Like you went from down here to move up here versus like now this person who was up here is up here now, and this person who's down here is that, and it creates this like weird like cross section that like when you get to that point, it's gonna create a whole new
middle point in your life.
It's wrong. Yeah. Like think something feels wrong about it, where like you both will run into each other,
That's
and
what
then
I mean.
like
yeah, no, exactly because. Yeah.
Because it would be because like the time frame of them both. Or think about this: if you're 30 years in the future, your lifespan now shortened. So when you're supposed to get to a point where you discover the time machine, you would die, and then you could never really have moved forward in time. So then that creates another paradox in itself because like all of a sudden all this shit just doesn't exist.
Well, now because once you reach that age, you don't even realize it, and then you. Literally, it would be like you press the button and you literally are now the guy that you saw.
Yeah,
like,
and that would
30
create
years ago, and then now, well, this is the exact same thing, but it's just the psychological aspect of it.
It's weird.
You would never function. I don't feel like you could ever function properly. You would fucking go crazy and kill yourself.
That'd be so funny to get mugged by yourself.
Yeah, you get,
and then like,
and then you mug yourself.
And then the future you goes in the future, doesn't know how to fucking work this thing. Finally, 30 years later, figures out how to work time travel, goes back in time, and gets mugged by himself.
That would be the loop. Yeah, that would be the constant loop.
I'm sorry, that would be the funniest movie.
That would be like what fixes the loop. That's what like fixes it all. It's like you get mugged by yourself again, and you're just like, okay, well, no matter. It's literally.
It's like, please. It's like whatever you do, just don't. Take this into the future.
Yeah. I'm trying to help you. You're just like,
nah, man.
Well, right back to where you came from, dog.
It's like, why was I such a bitch when I was younger?
Yeah.
Damn.
Nah, man. Space is fucked.
Yeah.
And you will never understand it.
If there's time travel, it's definitely, I feel like, if the physical person comes back, it's either between a split timeline or this is the actual past.
Yeah.
And the actual past is a lot scarier.
Wait, what?
Like if it's already been done? Yeah, because if someone comes back, it means someone's already done what you've done. And then it's like, oh, so now it doesn't matter what I do.
It's already written. Right, yeah. Oh.
That would be terrifying.
Because then you know that you have no control of your life.
Yeah.
Even and I guarantee, even if you did every single possible thing to never time travel, you would fall into it. Like you would literally find yourself doing it without even realizing it because it's written. And that's why I'm saying we were talking. Life is a series of events that are choices you have that lead to a predetermined destiny. So it feels like you have total control of your life and you have all these things that you can choose to do, but regardless of which one you choose, they all branch. It starts here and it branches out to a million places and it all comes and goes into one spot.
It's a telltale novel.
Yeah,
we're all just living telltale.
Exactly.
I mean, we were playing Mass Effect, but like,
yeah, it's Mass Effect.
Yeah, like essentially, like you have the Reapers, which have been a sentient like robot species that has created this loop of allowing organic species to get to a certain apex and then completely eliminating them only to recreate the exact same loop. So people keep constantly falling into these same paths, and they built all these things like the mass relays and they built the Mass Effect things and like allowed organic species to fall into these lines that they allowed to exist. And then beyond that, once they get to a certain point, they just end them. And they don't even know how many of them. And it's something that you don't know exists until you get there, and then it's too late.
And then you realize that you had no control. Yeah. So regardless of even if you were to,
but you also don't even take that knowledge back to you, right? Because
you can't pass that knowledge on because no matter how far you get,
it's like there's this anime I'm watching where it's sorry to extend this out a little bit more, but this is anime I'm watching that's just called this assassin gets reincarnated in the life of an aristocrat or some shit like that. It's a long ass title, but the basic thing is. He was an assassin in one life. This goddess brings him into one, says, "Hey, I need you to do this job for me. I need you to kill the hero. You're going to be born into this life. You have a choice. You can either be born into a brand new life or whatever and just forget about all this, or you can be born into this life, take on my request, and if you do it, I'll give you a chance to do some shit." I don't know. And like he takes all his previous knowledge of being an assassin from his last life. Like, he's like old man. Yeah. And he gets brought. And then he gets reborn as a baby, conscious of, like having perfect, like, English, all that shit in his head, talking to himself, like, oh, this, that, whatever. Ages, gets to a point of, like, 15, 16, and is just a genius. Yeah. Perfect assassin, perfect specimen, because he's lived his life already and done all this shit. If we could do that, like, if life was a reincarnation kind of thing or whatever,
knowledge,
if you could pass down knowledge,
if you could do that generationally, as a species,
but like
only take like 4 or 5.
You never know, because like that's really what evolution is too, because it's a passing of genetic code through generations consciously, right? Yeah, and like that would advance civilization so far ahead.
I believe that's when we do like the singularity.
They've been honing in on generational trauma and stuff like that. Kind of with the same shit. No, I'm not even joking.
I was like, I thought you were making a joke. I was like, Jesus Christ, bro.
I'm not even joking. The same shit where they realize that trauma actually carries on through generations, and so they're trying to access that like knowledge. I think
the pathways, I believe.
I think because you could change it from not just trauma, but any sort of knowledge that you've learned and grown, like different muscles and stuff.
I think that like once we figure that out, like I don't think it's gonna be a natural thing that we use our brains. I feel like we'll use computers, enhancements that we've, because eventually we're gonna become cyborgs. It's obvious. We use technology like whole-handed. Like everything we do is linked to some form of technology. Yeah. So definitely, one day, it'll be like, okay, this is all my knowledge, and I'm going to input it into this computer program. And literally upload it into my child so that he knows where we come from, what our family is, where our history is, what we're this, what I want him to be, what I am, that kind of bullshit.
So that means you could just reprogram yourself over and over again.
I feel like that'll happen. In a way. I feel like that'll happen.
Yeah, that would be like a singularity. I would think, like, to me, it would be more like still like almost naturally like where you still give birth to somebody you don't have. Yeah, I'm like not saying that we probably won't have like an AI. I see AI as like something that just assists us, like makes us better. But like,
that's
you pass it on.
Essentially what I'm saying. Not like that we're robots and we just whatever, but like that's just a tool that we have to be able to like matrix pass knowledge.
Yeah, I would think, but like even if it just naturally occurred, like you would just have a kid and it would just have like not even like it like so blatantly where it's like just ingrained in their mind, but like there are certain things that they already know, and they can like you're born and you can already speak perfect English and you can speak like your mom spoke French and there's like generations where they spoke. So like you're born, you can speak 2 languages to start off with. You learn a 3rd language off of that, and then like like you have knowledge passed down through you, but like with every piece of knowledge that you have, it gets passed down through like every and like all the key shit, like not like just like random shit, like oh man, your dad really loved peanut butter sandwich, like shit, like not like usually shit like that, but actual like passive knowledge that's good.
Yeah, like physical form.
Yeah, like oh, like this is how to like a neutron star weighs this much, and you can manipulate it in these ways. You know what I mean?
Or just natural muscle motor skills and memory.
Yeah, right? Like if you can,
we're repetitively trained, or
like getting out and just immediately you can walk, and like because there's some animals that give birth and they're out of the egg or out of the body, they're just independent. They're independent. They're just doing their own thing and whatever.
Yeah.
One day. This has gone on for too long. But
don't worry, I have
good.
the answer.
What is it?
Okay, so
you would know. You're the robot.
No, we gotta get deeper. We gotta have more cities. So kids spend a year or 2 years in this kidtropolis, and then they go, so by the time they reach high school age, they've lived like 5 different careers, 5 different lives. It's passed down.
Life has been going by super fast.
Every year,
so they're at the point of
lifetime.
Retirement mentally when they're just getting started.
There's a paradox though. I was just thinking, I was like, how can they go to school when they're already going to school? Where's the double?
Kids go to school.
Yeah,
we have to abolish the school system.
Yeah,
just put them all in kidtropolis. That is school.
School is kidtropolis. It's life.
Yeah,
life
you can't afford school, you go to kidtropolis.
That's the paradox. Life within life within life.
Exactly.
Because the whole thing is a lesson of life while you're living life in my simulated life.
How do you die?
You don't.
Actually, when you graduate, you die.
Just it.
They just bury you.
Just bury you. That's your final test. Your final exam is you have to come back.
They just throw the graduation hat at you. Just fucking.
Oh man, I remember Kidtropolis. Yeah, you remember one way. It's like you gonna learn a whole different way like working here, bro.
It's like our generation's and then like 3 generations down, they're just like Kidtropolis. It's like fucking. Talking about like Auschwitz, bro.
Yeah. We've only been open a year. How do we have a whole Catholic church opened up?
Yeah.
A whole Vatican.
No, there wouldn't even be like churches. They're straight cult religions. It'd be like,
Could you imagine you try to have it? You set the civilizations up, and immediately, like, these children just go exactly into the same fucking shit societally. There's a Vatican. There's Catholics run everything for the first little while. Then all of a sudden, there's renaissance of all this shit.
You could sell that information if you just like kept that as info and like you started measuring all the metrics and shit for that. You could sell that for billions of dollars. You could like any university would eat that shit up.
That's literal human struck. Anyways. This has been Self-Care Sunday, whatever it is.
Thank you. Bye.
Like the human, like, not ecology, but it's like the ecology of it, but like just a human, like,